Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to Black Cats Gaming for more of the Spy Game. This is our third and final session of our little live beta test that we're doing right here, right now. And before we get back into the action, because we left it in big action, we'll go around, say who we are, who we're playing, that usual thing. I'll start on my immediate left with Leland. Leopold, no, that's left. There we go.
I'm always confused. Am I supposed to plug things here too?
No, just say who you
Or
are,
is
who
that
you're
at the
playing, and
end?
we'll do plugs at the end.
Okay, cool. Just making sure. All right. Yeah, I am Leland or Leopold the Just on the internet, and I am playing. Shit, I forgot his name. He's got like 5 names. I'm playing Benjamin the Magpie, and he is a face, and he only has a garrote and a borrowed pistol right now, so he is hopefully gonna do okay with all of that. But yeah, he's not really in his ideal situation currently.
I feel like that sums up the Burb Squad, right? One borrowed pistol and one borrowed brain cell between the whole squad.
Yep.
Speaking of a person who owns one of the said borrowed brain cells, is Pope. Hey, how's it going? Oh my god, everybody, nobody is in the right place. So if you just go around and introduce, I'm gonna fix this real quick.
Okay. Hey everybody, Pope here. I am back with my squad, and it's gonna be a good time. I don't know if it's good for the actual agency or Tokyo or humanity, but it's good for us. And Pigeon is here to just keep laying on the disaster as the world tries to play chess, and he is definitely playing checkers.
100%.
Possibly even mahjong.
The world is playing a different game, that is for sure. Somebody who is playing a game. It's not a good segue. Hey, Angela.
Hi. I was gonna say, Saint Crane is playing Tetris, but everybody is the long block. That's it.
Oh.
Well, just the wide one though. I'm Angela. You can find me at darling_gypsum, and I am playing Saint Crane, who is a hacker and is only armed with a profound sense of dread right now.
And last and certainly not least, we have the lovely Shauna.
Hey, yep, Shauna. I'm playing the Swallow, the technician of the group, with Tetley, the drone, who has only ruined one person's life, and combined, we may ruined a lot of people's lives. So, good.
Sadly ruined quite a few lives, including someone's poor sweet Oba-chan, a Japanese grandma, and her dog, who had to duck out of the way last week.
Yeah, they're fine.
That was not our fault.
She was nicked, okay? You said she was fine. We clarified that. Okay? She's fine. Is the dog fine?
Well, it is an action movie, and if John Wick's anything to go with,
No.
the dog's not okay. Which means, oh my god, okay, so last week we came up with the con job mission. This week is gonna be the old Japanese grandma who's gonna John Wick the lot of you folks for running over her dog.
Yeah, she's
coming to get you. She's got old Yakuza connections. She's connected.
Are we running that as like a horror game?
You're being hunted.
We're all just being hunted.
They ran over a dog, Charlie, and an old lady. As for me, I am Susie. I will be the handler of these agents, experts in their field. Tonight, I will be running them through the final part of the mission Tectonic Shift, which you can get for free, along with, that was a good segue, along with a copy of the Quick Start rules, which are currently on Drive-Thru RPG, which is that link right there in chat. So if you haven't grabbed your copy yet, please do. That is just a little taster of what we will have in store for you once the Spy Game fully releases. And if you did play it, or you read through it and you have some thoughts, please do leave us a review on Drive-Thru RPG, or join us on the Discord, where we chat a lot about spies, about Game of Thrones. We share spicy memes, cat pictures. We got the whole thing. But we also do have a channel in there for feedback about the Spy Game, and we would love to hear your feedback. And if you're watching on YouTube, hello. Okay. So, last week, we started the mission. You were to oversee a handover of a chip between a doctor, Dr. what was his name? Andreu, that's it, Dr. Andreu, and a unknown personage known as, well, you didn't know their description, but they were known as Jijin. This was going down in a casino in Tokyo, Japan, and you were all given money, gadgets, disguises, and whatever else you needed to see that your mission was successful. There was almost immediately, during the mission setup, a poor man was knocked out in a bathroom. He was doused in alcohol and had his keycard stolen, which was then handed off to St. Crane, who took it to Pigeon to get it changed to have her likeness and a fake name applied to it. Meanwhile, the Magpie, disguised as a wealthy Texan oil baron, made his way to the floor to gamble a bit and to get some eyes on the high roller end of the table. Pigeon was there as a low-level punter, someone there to enjoy the free buffet, drink at the bar, and gamble low stakes. But sure enough, you saw Dr. Andreu come down, very nervously sit at a blackjack table, which is the same one that the Magpie was sat at. You saw him slip an extra chip into his stack of chips, which you quickly assumed to be the chip that you were looking for, the data chip. After playing very recklessly, the Magpie saw an opportunity as Dr. Andreu lost his chip in the previous round and cunningly beat the dealer to win the entire pot and therefore the data chip. Seated also at the table were two people, a man, a high roller, and his bodyguard, and they were very interested in the whole pot of chips that got raked in, including leaning over to try and menace the Magpie, to bribe him, to intimidate him into giving him the chip. When that didn't happen, Pigeon attempted to pull out a taser to stun the man and his bodyguard, but that he wasn't quite stealthy enough, and at calls of weapon, the casino erupted into chaos as the man and his bodyguard pushed Magpie, grabbed the chip, and made their exit. Pigeon followed, and with his machine pistol, blasted a couple of rounds into the back of their very expensive sports car, which did not, unfortunately, cause any real lasting damage, but certainly caused the streets to erupt once more into chaos. A car chase ensued, in which St. Crane hacked into the traffic light system to monitor where Jijin was headed, as well as trying to slow down any emergency services that might be arriving to arrest them for firing guns in Japanese streets. She was successful in some ways, less successful in others, but we got there eventually, and she managed to cause a huge backup of traffic, and which slowed down any advancing police officers. Swallow headed up to a gang of young Japanese youths, some biker punks with their pompadours and their very fancy bikes, stole a bike off one of them, and headed out also on the chase. Shots were fired, dangerous stunts were attempted and failed, some succeeded, and you had chased Jijin and the other person straight to the docks, where it appeared the man had been killed as they drove through the wooden barricade, the traffic barricade. Jijin took out on foot and ran towards a boat on the harbour, but she was stopped by Pigeon, who blew up the boat, and the Magpie, who attempted to strangle her at every turn. The dice, unfortunately, were not with our beloved Burb Squad last week, but as we stand there on the dock, with Jijin holding her pistol to Pigeon's face as the boat burns behind him, as the magpie approaches from behind, we're actually going to catch up with St. Crane and Swallow. So, what are you folks up to as this is happening? Good answer. Confident answer.
Uh-huh. Well, so she did her best to catch up with everybody.
Okay.
And is not in a position to be like, all right, we're gonna start like whatever standoff is inevitably in front of them. So I mean, she at least makes sure that when she gets there, she has her taser, and it's just sort of there in the distance, maybe on her phone, double checking traffic patterns, just to be like, okay, we got like this much time before something might show up. So almost like a kind of monitoring around us sort of thing.
So why don't you make me one more of your hacking tests, see how well this information comes through to you.
Sure. 22.
22. Okay.
Dice refreshed. Good job.
This time you have a much clearer picture of what's going on, and you can see that this traffic backup is severe. And you there's police investigating the casino right now with the shots in the street. There's emergency services have closed off that entire rainbow bridge that you had raced across to get to the harbor, as this was actually now a current active crime scene due to the shots that were fired, the car crashing, the reports that a woman had been knocked from a motorcycle somewhere along the road. That whole sort of thing is locked off, but you can definitely, all of you can see it's like the helicopters that are starting to in the sky as they're trying to get an overview of what's happening.
All right, got a little time, and I'll let the folks dealing with this person directly decide what they're gonna do. I keep an eye on things.
All right, Swallow, what are you up to?
I'm going to message my other two teammates and just ask status.
Oh, it's all gone to shit.
Do we have an escape vehicle?
No, I set that on fire.
If we can do something about that. I'm gonna look up and see if there's on my tablet if there's any airfields around.
Okay. I don't believe there are actually any airfields near Tokyo Harbor, unfortunately.
Harbors? Other harbors?
Yeah, I mean that this is mainly like an industrial harbor, but as is plainly clear by the boat that is now currently on fire, there are some small personal vehicles here too.
All right, I'm gonna see if I can get off this, bypass the traffic jam, and abscond with a boat.
Okay.
May provide some sort of escape if things keep going the way they're going.
Okay, so as you sort of arrive on the scene, I would like you to actually make me a perception check, I think, to see what you can see.
Okay. Let's see. $17.
17. Okay, so you arrive on the scene and you can see dead ahead. You see the pigeon has got this. Well, you say pigeon has got, but this woman has got pigeon at a gunpoint. You see this fire raging behind him. You see magpie behind her. But as you are sort of move closer, you see the car that had sideswiped you, and you remembered seeing the man with the wood stuck through his neck, like lolling around in the seat, and her pushing away from him. But there's no body in that car.
Oh, Somebody comes. Jijin's missing. The body's down in the car. I'll send Tetley to look around, and I'll just send the little drone to go kind of scope around this harbor.
Okay. So with the little drone then,
Go, Tetley.
that's definitely a check for that little guy, right? Just see what he can see.
Yeah. Is this gonna be like piloting for this thing?
Yeah, let's use piloting for it. I mean, I think typically piloting is for like vehicles.
Yeah.
But-
Tetley's a land vehicle.
He's a little
Tiny.
vehicle.
He's a vehicle
Little.
for chaos
Yep.
Yeah. And danger.
Yep. All right.
and knives.
And knives.
Oh, 9. Ugh.
9. Okay, so you send Tetley around, the little drone bot, and he doesn't pick up any readings or anything. Like he's got, you know, like you can see through a camera. You don't see anything through Tetley's little vision.
Okay. I'm just continue on like looking around while they're doing this. I think they can.
Mhm.
It's 2 to 3 on 1. I think they should be fine. We need to find this agent.
Okay, so we will now cut back to Pigeon and Magpie.
I would like to try and do something. Use one of my class abilities called Befriend.
Okay.
It allows you to you can befriend a target through natural charisma and misdirection. So befriending a target takes an appropriate setting and time. The target must make a charisma saving throw or be lured into a false friendship. So I just kind of want to get this bodyguard to sort of just cooperate with us and maybe just go on our own way so we don't kill her.
Ordinarily, I would say that's probably something I would allow, but right now she literally has one of you at gunpoint. You have exploded her boat and gone on a high-speed car chase. It's not like an appropriate situation I would rule as a GM there.
Got you. Okay. All right. Okay. Well then, I will shoot her. Alternatively,
Friends or God.
Cake or death.
2 options here. Okay, so give me a quick moment.
All right, let's have that roll to attack.
Okay. All right.
What's that stat?
Friends with me or friends with the bullet? What ones?
Yeah.
Oh, I love this.
Okay, here we go. Here's the pistol. Okay, so +5. All right. Ooh, 18 to hit.
18 to hit. That is gonna do it. So
It's full auto. So how does the full auto work in this game? Actually, we may have done that.
I wouldn't do full auto. I would just do
just
single
shoot.
shot. Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right. Well, then I'm just gonna pop a round off at her with an 18.
okay, so roll me that damage.
Okay. That is. Does this? I don't actually have this. I didn't have this on my character sheet originally since I borrowed it. Is this
Mhm.
gonna add my dexterity to the damage, or is it just?
Yes,
gonna be
it's
flat DX?
1d8 plus your dex.
Okay, cool, sweet. All right, 9 damage.
9
Oh.
damage. Oh. Okay, where are you shooting her?
The leg.
Okay, you shoot her in the leg, and she screams in pain as you blast around into her leg, and she kind of crumples a little bit on one side, but holds herself up, and she spins around to you and holds the gun up at you.
I want to say, if you don't get that treated very soon, then you're likely to not be able to walk on that leg anymore. I am a doctor, and I can take a look at it for you if you want. At this point, I imagine I've changed in the car ride, and I'm like dressed like I'm wearing like a
Eye
denim
patch, a cool
suit,
scar.
a denim suit. Because I know Russians are really into denim, so I've just got like this fancy denim suit on.
The full
They
Canadian
like
tuxedo.
fucking blue jeans.
Yep.
Canadian tuxedo. There we go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Pigeon's turn. I'm done. I'm just gonna
Yeah,
hold my
okay,
gun
so if we have this initiative with Magpie, then Pigeon, and then this woman, we'll see what she does after this.
Pigeon just pulls out a taser in his primary hand, a karambit knife in his offhand.
Is this
More friends.
Counter-Strike?
More friends.
and just stares at this woman who has now been shot, has gone on this high-speed chase. You know, I would say this has been a delightful time. I mean, I haven't had this much excitement in years, but honestly, the authorities are on their way. I can definitely see that chopper searching. Why don't we just stop trying to murder each other and we talk? Otherwise, I'm definitely dressed to get messy.
Okay, roll me a. Let's have a look. Let's see what we got. Let me check.
Intimidate, I'm guessing?
Intimidation, 100% intimidation.
I was muted. Never mind. I was just rambling, so it's good.
Actually, I will give you advantage also because she does have a hole in her leg now.
Yeah, and I've got my denim suit on, which
I mean, that's very scary.
yeah, it's like who the hell would wear this? This guy is a madman.
Nothing to lose.
Nat 20.
Nice.
20?
Jizz.
Hey.
Gracious.
Okay, so she drops the gun, puts her hands behind her head, and drops down onto her knees. And she says nothing, but she has a huge smile on her face.
Where's the chip?
Where is the chip?
You know, I'm not so certain you're familiar with what I used to do. See, I used to operate in South America, dealing with the Colombians. That's why I have this. And frankly, I think you're underdressed, sweetheart. It looks like you need a necktie. So,
Can
you
I
either
roll
tell me where the
insight?
tell me where the chip is, or we're going to get you some formal wear.
Fuck, this went dark real quick. What was that, Leland?
I want to roll insight on her to see if she's like has any like tells like in terms of like her body language or anything about like some like where the chip might be or something.
Yeah, go for it.
All right, 17 total.
Rolling insight on Pigeon.
Oh yeah,
Does he know
I already know he's
serious he
crazy.
is?
I don't need to roll on him. I already know he's willing to do it.
Okay, so you see that she is clearly, despite her attempts at trying to keep this very cool, calm, collected face, she is clearly panicked. And her eyes keep flicking to like further down away from you folks in the harbor.
Okay, I'm going to get on the my earpiece and call up Swallow and say, do you think you could get your robot to possibly investigate in this direction? And I'm just gonna point out what the direction I've noticed that she's kind of looking in. I don't know if that's helpful.
Well, already on it. We'll subdue if spotted.
Yes. Alright, and so, but yeah, my gun's just trained on her the entire time, and I'm just, well, we shall wait and see what sort of information you just gave us without realizing it.
No. I prefer having a conversation. And you're going to tell me what I want to know. Or we're going to go to a formal dance, and you will be dressed appropriately.
If you're going to cut her throat, just do it already. She doesn't know that much, I don't even think.
Oh, she knows plenty. Don't you, sweetheart?
Good cop, bad cop. I don't know
Good
which
cop.
one's which. It's actually just bad cop,
Horrifying.
bad cop.
Bad cop,
bad
terror
cop.
cop.
Bad cop, better cop.
Yeah, worst cop. St. Crane's gonna, as I'm presuming I'm able to hear some of this, I'd like to keep an eye on chatter with the cops that might be at the scene, just to be like, is anybody finding, like, the casino's probably a bad example. Does anyone find chips? But basically, like, trying to hear if anybody's uncovering anything in evidence over the.
I would like you to make me a infotech roll, as you are getting a encrypted transmission coming in.
Ooh, I get, I believe, advantage on those because I'm good at those. No, that's information security. Never mind. But I do have good. 21.
21. Hot damn. Okay, you recognize this signature of this message that's coming in. This is from Darwin.
Uh-oh.
And it's delivered as a message on your little tablet. It pops up. It gives you intel on the two people that you have bin pursuing today. It tells you that the man his name is Chong Sung Hoon, and he is a security guard contracted from the South Korean private security firm Korea Secure Protection Services. He is 35, a father of 3 children, and living in Busan on the southeast coast of South Korea. His current contract is with Advanced Geothermics as personal security. He's been there about 4 months on his current term and has a history of several 6-month contracts in the last few years before this permanent contract in the current period. And you're given, like, there's a picture, and it's the man that was at the casino, the high roller. Mm-hmm. As quickly as that message appears, a second one appears. The woman who was disguised as the bodyguard at the casino, she is Ku Jijin, founder and CEO of Advanced Geothermics, and the person that they believe to be Jijin. A quick Google has revealed that Jijin translates from Korean to earthquake, which you can only assume to be quite foreboding. Ku Jijin is an energy industry mogul with business interests in several areas, including coal and gas, but has recently taken an interest in greener initiatives, exploring geothermal power generators. Advanced Geothermics' closest secure facility is on the island of Hachijojima, roughly 200 miles from your current location.
Ooh.
St. Crane, like, scans it, but then, like, literally reads that stuff out, like, in a frantic, like, shit. Everybody be on the same page here.
Yeah, no. Pigeon's getting closer to the woman. And it's just going, all right, Lady Earthquake. This is your last chance. Talk. Or I'm feeding the koi the harbor.
Koi typically live in. Sorry. I was going to say, koi.
Live in ponds.
Yeah, I was going to say that. Sorry.
Those,
but anyway, you get the point, woman.
Roll me another intimidation check.
It's not like
disadvantage because of my remark.
So. No.
Oh no.
Yeah, disadvantage because of that remark.
Well, there's the disadvantage, I guess.
What did we get?
We got a 7.
A 7. Okay. She's clearly frightened and in pain, so your words do sink in. And she says, what do you want from me? You clearly know who I am now.
The chip is going to your secure facility. What are you doing with it?
You know, there's a lot of money to be had in Advanced Geothermics. I've been researching a lot. And it would be a shame if something happened to all these new, strange ways of gathering energy, and we had to rely on something known, something trusted.
Oh, great. So greed equals highfalutin terrorism. That's fine. I've heard enough. Taser to the face.
Oh!
Oh my god.
Oh, we lost someone. Uh-oh, technical difficulties. Please hold the line. All right, I'm just going to
He's
pop us
hit real
to our
hard.
little intro screen while we just wait for Angela to get back, because otherwise we're going to be all over the place. So just bear with us 2 seconds, folks. We will be right back. I just broke it, I think. No, we're back. Hi! Woo! Hey! Hey, so professional. Thank you for holding your call. It's very important to us.
Blame the
You'll be
wind.
connected to an agent very soon. Okay, we are back. Thank you for bearing with us. There's a nasty storm right now in the US, and it done got Angela, but she's back. Okay, so we left it with Pigeon tasering Jijin in the face. I'm not even gonna like make you roll an attack or her resist for that, because it's a taser to the face. Even if it didn't like incapacitate her, it sucks enough that she'd just lie down and take it.
Again, have the voltage go through and long enough until she's unconscious, and
Oh God.
Just a little brain
Then-
damage. It's just like,
it's fine. It'll come out in
unconsciousness is
post.
bad.
And harbors are great because there's tons of rope.
Mhm.
Find some, cut some, tie her up. Nice, a good thorough hog tie because she's limber. And hey, Japan loves rope tying.
Not gonna get
and
into that.
just truss her up proper, and then just try and check in with Swallow and St. Crane going, I have a feeling that we need to get to that secure facility that you mentioned, St. Crane, because I think that's where the chip's going.
Already en route, you think?
Oh yeah, since Mr. Pez dispenser, I haven't seen hide nor hair of the corpse. I'm guessing the chip's still in play.
Well, at least give this Harper a go around. Maybe he's hidden here somewhere.
Well, I'm not really good at chasing, as is evident by the number of Tokyo's finest behind us. So I'm going to see about trying to find a boat and procuring said vehicle, while you let me know if you find Mr. Pez.
Noted, I'll make my way to whatever boat you find.
Not that I think this is going to be a problem, but emergency services are pretty slow, but I can double check and see if there's been any casualties collected by EMTs or anything.
No, this would have been on site. He would have been in the car. And I doubt the EMTs are going to be going around here considering gunfire. They'd wait until the cops came in.
All right.
But I've got this package, like hoisting by the rope and going, now to just find the boat and a nice dark place to put her in.
I will stay with you, Pigeon. It seems that we've been working okay together so far.
Yeah.
I appreciate that, Magpie. And just slow montage, like the camera pans out, love a Magpie and Pigeon, not quite hand in hand, more hand on rope, just carrying this unconscious woman off to the nearest speed.
With a gun pointed at her.
Multinational
I've got a gun in
CEO.
my right hand just pointed at her the whole time. In case
It's
she
like
moved.
a really fucked up Wizard of Oz. Instead of
Yep.
Dorothy the Tin Man, the lion, skipping down the road with Toto in the basket, you've got this poor fucking woman trussed up like a turkey.
Oh yes.
The dog's on a heavy chain, that's way too
No,
big for him.
Again, this is a Wizard of Oz, a Tarantino production.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent.
All right. Okay, so now you know where they're headed. I'm not gonna make you roll for like a boat. You'll at least be able to find one on this harbor. But if you want to do any setup to head to this facility first, now would be a good time to do it.
Too bad the boat's not locked. I get advantage. Anyway.
Well, do you know what? Let's do a little roll.
All right.
See if
Yay!
you can
So excited.
hot wire this boat.
Where's the mechanics? I don't know. Just espionage. What's the skill for
I
that?
would probably say mechanics, right?
For disarming
It's usually to do with
disable locks. Infiltration. That's got to be it, right? No.
No, it's probably mechanics if you're going
Mechanics?
to hotwire or something.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. I'll roll twice.
Pigeon, she got a
Ooh,
phone on
a 10
her?
and a 4. That's what I get for wanting to roll for something. Cool.
So-
It takes us a minute.
While you're pot wiring, hearing St. Crane, I'm gonna pat Jijin down and see if anything survived on her person, considering everything that has happened.
as you pat her down, she has a burner phone on her, and you can tell it's a burner phone because it's one of those shitty old flip phones.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
But she doesn't have anything that's like identifying of who she is. She doesn't have like a smartphone or anything like that. She's clearly come equipped and ready to just dispose of whatever she's got on her right now, so she can just dip like that. She's got a bit of money, obviously, but
Well, take the cash, pocket the cash, have the burner phone in hand. Just say, disposable, like you, dear. Just pat her on the head. And
Jesus.
and then just pocket the phone. Start. Well, my good friend Magpie is set to get us sailing. I'm going to rummage about this boat for something heavy and some more rope, just in case we need to make a deposit in the harbor.
Oh my god. Okay.
You're a very disturbed man, Pigeon. I just want you to know that possibly it might be worth seeing the agency's therapist when we get done with this mission.
No, they don't like sending me to therapists. They end up dead.
I wonder why. Alright, so I can pilot decently enough.
Yeah, for sure. And with your roll of 10, you're able to hotwire. It just takes you a little bit longer than usual. It's not one of those, like, in the movies where they just go, vroom, and it's done.
bad.
No, it's like, you're like, fucking...
Excellent. Yeah, so is the building we're going to even have, is it close to a harbor? I mean, is it good for...
It's an island is where we're at.
Well, even better. It is a giant harbor. Got it. Okay, cool.
Okay, so, Swallow, you are sending out Tetlybot to look for the man who ran away.
Yes.
Okay, so let's have another little check for Tetlybot, see how he does.
$17.
17. Okay. So, oh, sorry, go ahead, Angela.
I said go Tetley.
Go Tetley. He's a good boy. So, Swallow, you send out Tetlybot, and you can see now that there's like through his camera you can see like a little blood trail that's leading further into the harbor where Jijin had been looking. And as you sort of get to the edge of the harbor, you see that there's like a boat that's gone off in the distance, a small personal craft that has taken off.
Yeah, if I'm nearby them, I'll be like, that way. There's a boat. It's leaving.
Well,
Get this
then
thing set up, and we need to intercept.
Yes. By all means, Swallow, hop on in. We're going to go fishing. St. Crane, are you nearby?
Just trying to find a place to park.
I think we've committed enough crimes today. You can
Sarcasm,
just...
Pigeon, I'm coming.
You just park by the other vehicle that we parked. Swan on fire.
Uh-huh,
I just imagine the camera
Like a
going to
beacon.
St. Crane, who's like trying to parallel park, but it's
Damn
like,
it, 30 minutes.
And she's
Good
in one of those tiny smart cars.
Yeah. It's like, I think Swallow just says, well, it's good news. He might be easier to catch. He's lost quite a bit of blood.
Oh, delightful.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll try to actually get within. Like, I can see them and catch up with them.
Okay, so you hop on over and enter the boat. And you just head straight out to the island of Hachijojima, right?
Can I get that phone from Pigeon?
Oh yes, by all means.
I wanna look through any call history it might have had. Just to see if there's any numbers or anything in it.
There is a number, just one single number in it. It's I don't even know how Japanese numbers work, but it's another cell phone number.
Okay. Is there... This is me doing sci-fi hacker bullshit. Is there anything that I can do to call that number and try tracing it? I don't know if... I didn't see if there were any tools that would do that, but I kind of just want to see if I can assess that.
Like a wiretap, something like that would be a gadget you'd have to pick up, probably.
Okay.
If nothing else, you might be able to take that cell phone, because yay, having friends who work in the industry. And if that cell phone has any sort of internet access, you can, if you have a mobile device, ping the same tower. That way you can locate the cell tower that is being used. If it doesn't ping a tower, you know that the phone in question may have satellite access.
Okay. Just trying to see. For the most part, I wanted to assess if there was any identifying information on the other line, just to see what would happen. So, I don't think I want to tip anybody off though, so I'm not sure I want to make any sort of suspicious phone calls just to see what happens. But I'll hold on to it.
Okay. Is there anything else you would like to do?
I would like to rummage about the boat to find some more weapons, please.
Okay, rummage about the boat. Oh boy. This is sort of like a usual private vessel. Now, this is Susie, who is deeply afraid of deep dark water and has set foot on a boat maybe once in her life. You find normal boat shit. Like,
Oh, but there's so
an
many
AK.
different.
It's great.
Well, no, there's so many different varieties, living in Florida, of things that you can use to irreparably and horrifically maim people. Like, you have your standard trope of finding the harpoon gun on the vessel. But there's also just wonderful, wonderful chemicals that are about, including cleaning solutions that are chlorine-based. And then all you have to do is use some ammonia and you've got a chemical gas cloud.
I know that one.
No, there's a number of just wonderful, horrific supplies about.
Okay,
I'm just trying to find the most awful.
Because this is, in essence, an action movie, there is a harpoon gun on board.
Delightful.
James, stat that for me real quick. What damage die does that do?
I figured that would be like a D6.
D6. Yeah.
It would be very similar to the taser. It'd be a D6. It'd be a reload 1. Like you're
that
gonna have
makes
to
sense.
take
Yeah.
each time. You're going to have to repeat recharge in the fire. But it's just a way that I can horrifically hurt someone or threaten someone.
Yeah, I love it. Roll me as well a let's see what we've got. Let me look at roll me a perception test
Okay, perception.
as you
That thing
rummage
that I
around
am
the boat.
Just notoriously good at. 9.
9. Okay. I will give you advantage if anybody wants to assist you in this, looking around the boat. I know Magpie is also on the boat with you.
Yeah, I definitely will assist.
So I roll that again.
4.
Oh my god, Pope.
I am good at
Why did we
very
switch?
specific tasks. And those tasks are murdering people and threatening people. That is all Pigeon is good for.
You need to go make an offering to Eric Vulgaris or something. You gotta.
He is a trash bird. I mean, if we're being honest.
Well, no. To be fair, this system and Roll20 in general has been an absolute delight for me in that I am incredibly victorious when it's high drama. When it's comedy, it likes to see me suffer.
Okay. So you're rummaging around. Oh, camera, please come back in focus. There we go. You're rummaging around, and you find the harpoon gun. You find a whole bunch of cleaning chemicals because they like to keep their boat clean. With a 9. Yeah, fuck it. All right, because it's a movie. You sort of head into the cabin bit of the boat, and you feel a bit of the floor that sounds hollow and feels different as you walk on it.
Ooh, what are you? Just comes down, pulls the karambit out, starts fiddling with the floorboards.
As you pop up the floorboard, you find a pistol.
Oh hell, that's cool.
Delightful.
Sorry, when I see firearms, my Texan accent typically comes out.
Well, I don't think this is Smith & Wesson, so you don't have to get quite so excited.
Do you want your machine pistol back? I will take that one.
No. You've only got a clip and a half left. I would let you hold on to that.
Oh,
This, however... Yes?
Speaking of ordnances, Pigeon, do you have any explosives on you?
No, but I can probably, just make some.
I have a blowtorch. I don't know
Well,
if that would be helpful.
If you can procure a small enough one, Tetley still has a empty inventory.
Well, not something I would like to put on Tetley. I love that little murder bot of yours. But, no, I can probably make a chlorine gas bomb real quick, and then
my
once
God.
we get to the shore, if we're perfectly fine with cannibalizing the boat, I can make us a battery bomb. That's not hard.
St. Crane scoots a little further away from Pigeon.
Can you make? Oh God, can you make a little, like a small one, like a release?
That requires a lab as opposed to being
Ah.
on a boat. As he holds the two chemicals, now just like gun is holstered in the previous holster and is now just like
I mean,
just jolly about his work.
yes, we don't want to gas ourselves here.
I would
No.
not want to be on this boat.
Yeah.
Actually, there's
I don't
one
know what
last
you
thing.
mean, Susie.
It's odd, and we're just going with it because it's useful. I'm looking for 2 other bits of chemical and slash supply. I'm looking for some dish soap and some condoms.
Yep, they're on this boat. This is a love boat.
Delightful. That means
Mhm.
I can suspend one chemical in the solution of the dish soap, have that in the condom just above and screw it on, and then be able to just unscrew it, drops into the other bottle, and toss it.
Oh my God. Okay, yeah, you can. Hang on, we need to have a check for this construction. I'm not going to make it
Okay.
like a difficult check. It's just like the time it takes you to make this.
Mechanics, okay.
Yeah, let's do a mechanics.
Can I assist Pigeon in this? I mean,
Please
this is probably
do.
not the first time. This is not the first time that Swallow's probably made a disturbing chemical weapon of some sort.
Contraceptive bomb.
Do you want to roll Swallow or shall I?
That's mechanics.
Yes.
Oh, I'm pretty
I will
good.
assist
Yeah.
you.
Okay, so that's is that that's
With
advantage?
Yeah.
all right. Let's see. The first one. Doom.
Hell yes.
All right, let's see if we make this a. Okay, it's not a crit, but it's good enough.
What did we get?
We didn't kill ourselves. We didn't.
24.
Yeah,
We didn't kill ourselves, so that's a success.
yeah. I was just worried about. Don't want to fail. Crit fail.
Hey, it's the last session. Go big or go home, right?
Exactly.
It just ends right here. Just this boat floating around the ocean.
Yeah. and
What
you-
happened here?
Yeah, it is hard to swim in a denim suit, so that would have sucked.
Chafes. It chafes.
I just imagine this Japanese Coast Guard, right? It just finds this boat floating in the middle of Tokyo Bay with just 4 corpses on it. It's like, what happened here? But Swallow and Pigeon are hard at work putting together this improvised weapon. Magpie, what are you up to on this boat? You're piloting, right?
Yes, I'm driving it and monitoring this bodyguard to make sure she doesn't wake up.
Okay, so roll me that piloting check.
Okay. 13.
13. Okay. Yeah, I mean, these are not waters you've navigated before, but luckily, due to the calls out on all channels about an explosion at the harbor and gunfire in the streets of Tokyo and a high-speed chase through most of Tokyo, they've cleared most of the waterways. Like, it's wide open. People are being stopped from going places. So even though, like, you're a bit unsure and in uncertain waters, you're still, like, tramming ahead in the rough direction that you think that this island is in. Meanwhile, Jijin is still... She's no longer unconscious, but she's just very quiet and restrained. She's not really doing anything. She's not fighting her bonds or anything like that. St. Crane, what are you up to?
I am doing as much sort of background research as I can on Jijin now that we have an identifying name for her. I just not morbid curiosity, out of genuine curiosity of wanting to get a handle on what we're dealing with. I want to see if I can try to get any clues about what this deal might actually be involving, like what they might be dealing in, what could be on that ship, at least in a general sense.
Okay, so roll me another infotech.
wouldn't count as an information security question. would it?
I mean, you are bypassing other people's information security, so I'd give you it.
19.
Nice.
Okay, so as you dig a little deeper, to quote Princess and the Frog, you
I start on LinkedIn, and then I move deeper from there.
Facebook to Twitter to LinkedIn.
Uh-huh. TikTok account. What?
Oh, she's really good at TikTok.
All the German geothermal TikToks she puts out.
Okay. So as you dig a bit deeper into Jijin, you find through a scientist's LinkedIn, which is how a lot of game dev leaks happen, that in the facility they appear to have built a large mining drone that seems to have some explosive capabilities.
Oh god.
And this mining drone is being deployed at an active volcano.
Oh god. Swallows two favorite words. Explosive drone.
Geoterrorism.
The volcano is named Nishiyama, and from what you can divine, if this explosive mining drone is allowed to explode, it would cause a volcanic eruption, which would basically tear this island in half and would destabilize a lot of the area, and it would cause basically a catastrophe and destroy a lot of infrastructure that then would have to be saved by Jijin's company.
Oh.
That's clever. Well then, we can't let that happen.
St. Crane kind of glances up from her research at Jijin, just kind of now with a better scope of what this woman is capable of. St. Crane is being much more like, okay, you're not just a crazy psycho, you're like super crazy psycho.
This is a little bit of GM leading here, but do you want to do any research about this facility itself upon your deep dive?
Yeah, if I can get any intel on it, whether even if it's just at minimum, I doubt I'll get the minimum, but just like a satellite view or something, so that we at least have good intel on where we might want to enter and things.
All right, make me another one of those rolls.
Okay. Uh, 11.
11. Okay, so you find out that it's on Hachijojima, which you know you're headed towards. It's one of the Izu Islands off the southern coast of Japan. It is a humid subtropical island with a town of around 7,000 people in the shadow of the volcano Nishiyama. You know that there's quite a large facility here, and it has several buildings, and you managed to find a map, which I will make available to you. Facility overview, show to players, bam, show to everyone.
Oh.
Okay, you find this map.
Mm-hmm.
There's a generator room, an office building, and a mining lab, as far as you can see.
All right. St. Crane will pull that up on her tablet and basically just pass it around.
Oh.
I guess we have a couple options in terms of priorities here. Taking on or retrieving the chip obviously is par for the course, but
Chip is secondary now.
yeah.
Well, based on what you told me, the chip is essentially useful for guidance system.
So
Yeah,
the
there are other
device
things
is
you
probably
can-
going to be in the mining lab, right?
Yeah, we just have to figure out where it said it's a drone, so it's remotely operated. So we find out where that operation center is and take that out. Drone can't proceed.
Well, drone will proceed, cause some sort of catastrophe if we can't stop the drone.
Well, I mean,
It's
if
just
we stop the
level of
control-
catastrophe.
Well, if we stop the control center, it can't do what it was meant to do.
I mean, that's got to be the mining lab. Like,
Explode
that
or
just makes
not.
the most sense. Like, Or we could just take the generator out, and that would probably get rid of power to the whole facility. It might stop it from happening.
Unless the drone operation is remotely
Powered.
individually
So-
powered.
It sounds like we have a two-pronged thing. It sounds like someone needs to hit Jenny high, and then the rest of the team hits the mining lab.
Yes.
All right.
Okay, so I create mayhem, you save the world.
Are we just going to I'm dropping this damn accent? Sorry, it's just a habit. Are we going to go in just guns blazing with this thing? Or are we gonna try and disguise ourselves to weasel our way in, or what's the plan here?
What's the area outside the chain link? Is it like forested or is it open fields?
It's open around it,
Cool.
as far as you can tell.
Mhm.
I'm just
Yeah.
saying, I don't want to get shot up, right when we go through the damn gate.
They're expecting her and him. So there's not going to be too many guards probably waiting at the exterior. If I were doing this, most of my guards would be posted in the different buildings themselves.
What's her build look like? I think
Oh,
Oh, I see what you're getting at. I
Yeah.
see what you're angling at. I think that you could possibly, you could disguise yourself as Jijin if you wish to.
And I could be the other guy, right?
Yeah.
could be.
What was his nationality?
Oh,
The other-
as per the text, he is a Korean guy,
well,
but
But-
I definitely described him as an English guy at the table.
I mean-
well, then I could do that.
Oh,
Bodyguard.
Those like Mission Impossible rubber masks.
I mean, bodyguards go in and out. It doesn't necessarily keep an eye.
I
well,
get to add the whole fourth accent into the game here and do my terrible British accent. This is gonna be fun.
Oh no.
yeah. No,
But-
with that, it's like, okay, if you've got another less denim suit in your disguise kit, Magpie, I'd suggest dressing to the nines and being
I do.
the bodyguard and
It says a change of clothes, so I'm gonna go ahead and put on a normal suit because I have a suit for each of my identities and then a backup change of clothes. So I'll say that I just
Auto
have like a
luggage.
standard generic suit. Yeah, it's a very good backpack. Okay, there's lots of
It's one of those it
hidden
folds
compartments.
out. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's nice. It's a garment bag.
It's a bag of holding. Yeah, I'm a nerd. But no, yeah, I definitely have a suit that I can dress in.
Cool.
Try and make myself look as much like that other guy as possible. Can I roll a disguise with my disguise kit?
You sure can.
Okay. All right. So I get. Let's see. Sorry, I'm using this piece of paper. It's driving me
No, you
crazy.
good. You good.
What is disguise? Which damn skill is that? Infiltration. I'm just gonna say, because that's the one that makes the most sense.
Yes, I would say so.
Okay. All right, so I get an extra +2. All right. Or no, that is this programmed in already. Okay, sorry. Get out of my way, map. All right. Ugh, it's gross.
So that's an 11. Okay, so with an 11, you managed to you find a suit that's a similar color. You remember that the man wore a gray suit at the table. It's similar. It's kind of more of a darker charcoaly, but it's grayish. It's around that area. You do your best to make yourself look as prim and proper as you possibly can. But there's still telltale marks of being through a high intensity car chase. And being punched in the face by this woman, and there's still some sort of ruffled "I've had a day" going on.
Damn.
Well,
I don't have
that
any rerolls,
shouldn't
do
be
I?
too bad, 'cause we know everyone would probably be aware that something went down in Tokyo.
Someone in chat buy me a reroll. Come on, help me. No, I'm good with the 11. I'm sure it looks fine to my character.
Yeah,
He doesn't
assist.
know he rolled an 11.
he's done the best he can.
let's do this, Swallow. This is gonna be fun. I imagine.
Back natural.
So you get to be a face for the day.
Oh,
I mean,
boy.
you know, deranged scientist is something that's not too far off.
Yeah, exactly. We both have terrible social lives. All right.
It's just so much denim, James. Behave yourself.
Yeah.
Okay, so what is this plan looking like? You pull up to the island. Actually, there is a bit of text for you as you arrive at the island, just so you can be prepared.
Be prepared. Sorry.
The Advanced Geothermics facility is surrounded by a wire chain fence and consists of 3 large buildings. In the center of the complex looks to be an office block, with all but the reception lights turned off tonight. On the western side, there is a generator building, an industrial shed with a large steam chimney next to it. On the east side, there's another building, larger than the industrial shed, but with similar architecture. A single security guard with a single torch patrols the perimeter of the generator building, as heavy rain comes down all around you. You could try to bend the fence at any point, or you can try to sneak in the main driveway entrance. What would you like to do?
So our plan was for us two to just go in through the main way, and then what was everyone else gonna do? Because
We take a car.
Is there a car on the island that we can take? Or is it too
There's
small?
none near the facility at present.
So would she come up in a car? I mean, or just a boat? Like, do we know how she would visit the facility? We want to make it look as much like
I
that
think
as
it could be
possible.
reasonably assumed they'd be expecting her by boat, considering that they had a boat ready for them at the harbor.
Got it. Okay.
All right.
So the other Pigeon and St. Crane, what are you two gonna do while we go in and try not to get shot in the face?
I don't know if I have much of a cover to be just wandering in there. I
No,
think IT is going to be a good enough excuse this time.
no, we can work this. Swallow Magpie, you go in through the main way first. If things go wrong, I'll be just hanging back, able to come up and support you. If things go well, once you're in, probably the security guard will see you, notice you, and in that moment of him following his eyes on the two of you, St. Crane and I can enter into the facility. St. Crane, you should probably make for the office, because if there's anything electronic in there that can be futzed with, it's there. And I'll hit up the generator.
Split the party. Sounds good. It's a spy game. You gotta split the party.
You gotta.
Yeah, I can check for any exterior communications or security access, things like that.
Okay, so you head up to the main entrance then, Swallow and Magpie.
Do we know did we know the guy's name that was with her, or did we happen to get that information? Or
Yes.
Yeah, Chon Sung Hoon, I believe.
okay.
I'll put that in the VMix chat for you so you know how that
Thank you.
is spelled. Chong
Chong Sun?
Hoon. There you go.
Chong
Oh, I actually spelled that right.
Nailed it.
Yeah. Korean's not bad. When you spell it with, the
Okay.
letters.
So, you two head up to the entrance. Pigeon and St. Crane, are you gonna sneak in behind them, or are you going through the fence?
I would sneak in behind because, as we've learned, Roll20 is the enemy. So the less checks we make, the better.
That is absolutely fine and valid. So, you are done. You walk up to the main entrance, and you are challenged by a guard here. He's just got a torch, and sort of flashes it up at you very briefly, just to see your faces as it's dark and raining. And he's kind of sheltering his eyes from the rain. This is a Japanese man, as he just kind of, and he calls for you to stop and to identify yourselves.
You know who we are.
Yes, sir. It's me, Chong. Jong Sung Hoon. You
Come on.
know, we've met before.
We don't have much time. Open this up. Let's get
Yeah.
through.
It's me, your old friend, remember? And I'm gonna try and do that befriend thing.
Yeah,
now.
I'm just being
Yeah.
I'm just being like as hostile and like yes,
Very
like, I own this.
direct and clip
Yes.
with him.
angry customer at this point. This is
Alright, perfect. Okay, so the befriending thing is a charisma saving throw or be lured into my false friendship, and basically all it does is give them disadvantage on any throws against me in the future, and I get +2 on any charisma checks against them in the future.
Okay, so this is a charisma saving throw for this dude.
Yep.
So there isn't anything to add to that, as he doesn't have any charisma. Which is that's a damning indictment of his character. I'm sure he's lovely.
damn.
Roll
Oh,
a natural
shit.
1.
Oh god.
We
You can
are
damn his
bros.
character. That's okay.
Yeah.
He immediately, he's speaking to you in fluent Japanese, which you can understand through your earpieces and the fact that you speak it.
Mhm.
And he says, I'm so sorry. Please come in. My apologies.
No problem.
It's
No
about
problem at
time.
all.
And he bows very respectfully as you pass. Then kind of like retreats back to his little hut.
Yeah,
like,
I do
"Oh,
the thing.
fuck."
I do the thing. I don't even acknowledge his existence at this moment.
As we're walking by him, I'm gonna audibly say, "I apologize for that, man. We hire staff here very regularly, and they don't necessarily know protocol and how to teach you, or how to treat you."
I'm just gonna in Korean and just clip Korean. It's like, well, fire him next time we get to it.
Don't speak Korean, but that's cool.
Yeah.
Nods emphatically. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Well, it's just to keep the
Oh no, I know. I'm
keep a little
just
bit.
messing.
Yeah.
Okay.
And while this hubbub's going on
Uh-huh.
and the door is unlocked, gun it!
Okay, so I would like you to are you trying to do this sneakily so he doesn't see this happen? I mean, he's going to be distracted, so if you do make these checks, they will be advantaged.
Yes, trying to be stealthy for once.
Okay, so stealth checks from St. Crane and Pigeon with advantage, as this guard is currently being hassled and is contemplating his career.
Oh, hold on a sec. Let me try that again. 'Cause I am
Nice.
silly. 22.
Ooh, nailed it.
Nice.
And Pope.
One more. Okay.
All right.
14.
With a 14 and a 22, you take the opportunity of the low light conditions with the rain, and the fact that he's distracted with the raindrop themselves obscuring the sound of your footsteps as you scurry past into the facility. You're in.
All
What
right.
next?
To the mining lab.
Okay, who's headed to the mining lab? Magpie and Swallow?
I would think so, because I think it would be good for us to just outright try and find this thing and disable it, and that's kind of in my opinion, the most likely place that it might be being stored, unless it's
Mhm.
already on its way to the volcano, in which case we're screwed anyway.
Okay, so there was a single guard. Where was he again? He was around the generator. So you're headed to the mining lab. The floor of the mining lab is a large open area with diggers and excavation machinery used to drill deep into the magma chamber below. Hanging above the chamber is the mining drone on a crane, being prepared from a mezzanine for its operation down into the borehole. Overseeing the operation is a glass-fronted mission control, complete with consoles, screens, and information on the operation.
There.
Well, this seems to be the place.
Well, we're in charge. We need to be here, so we'll go there. They'll fall in line.
Are there any other people? You didn't say there were any people here.
Okay, so that's just immediately as you go through the door. You'll see that in
Okay.
here there are several armed guards within
shit.
this laboratory, and they're concentrated around the perimeter of the first floor. with a couple up at the mission control. You will see. Actually, make me infiltration rolls just so you can as you kind of scope out this room as you sort of
Okay.
peep it out.
What is my infiltration? Ah, it's not bad. Oof, God.
So a 23 on my end, a 7 on her end.
Okay, so this one is for you, Magpies. You take a couple of seconds, take a couple of moments to take a good look at this room. You can see, you get a good idea of where the guards are patrolling. So I'll send you that.
Okay.
It should be in your journal right now.
Oh, Lord.
Should be called
Okay.
Guard Patrols Mining Lab.
Okay. I'm just gonna take a screenshot of that with my phone and privately send it over to someone. No, I'm just kidding. Let's see.
I mean, you can share it with Shauna once you figure out. I imagine
Okay.
you would share this intel with Swallow.
Oh, for sure. Where are we currently on this map?
You are. Let me just have
I
a
don't
quick.
orient myself.
You are on the first floor, and on the left, do you see the 2 double doors?
Yes. Okay.
That's the door. So you sort of
Okay.
peek in and you can see.
Well, we have a guard here that's patrolling this hallway, and then we have a couple others that seem to be stationed in the main room. One near the excavator, and another one over near those containers. And I'll just go ahead. Yeah. Just, if you want to.
All right.
Into her.
So we have some guards. Yep, I see it.
So, hold on. Let me look at that again. Are any of these scientists Jay? Who's Jay? That's the second floor. We haven't gone there. Never mind.
No, you're not on the
Okay,
second floor just yet.
Okay. I don't know that.
Just disregard that bit. It's not
All
real.
right. Not real. All right. So, before we go in, I do want to have a brief conversation. So, Swallow, what exactly is the plan here? Do you think you could disable this thing discreetly, or what exactly do we need to do here? I don't think between the two of us we can take on all of these guards.
Certainly not, but if there are distractions, we can probably do it. Combined with the rest of our team and something that we do.
All right. So I'm gonna
Yep.
get on my earpiece and
And there's
go ahead. Sorry.
there's many people in the like workers in the mission control room, right?
Yeah, you can see like scientists up there. There are 2 scientists, I believe, 2 guards. Yeah, ignore that, Jay.
The
That means
likelihood
Jijin, and
that
she's not there.
Oh yeah, the likelihood that those scientists would know that we're not who we say we are is probably higher than the guards.
Maybe a
Oh,
little bit.
But what if we kind of diffuse that by it's an emergency. We're found out. We returned here. Someone here. We blame a scientist for this. That's a mole.
Oh,
They'll get them. They'll get the guards automatically aggressive toward them, and they won't believe the scientists as quickly if they
That's a
think
good
that they
idea.
are sabotaging it.
Ooh, and I can use my befriend action
Mhm.
again.
Yeah, you're one of them.
All right, I like that plan.
I mean, that would be a reason why I'm here.
And then so after that
Emergency.
happens, you say maybe we have to go collect some data from the control room, and then that's where you do the sabotage.
Also, if when I imagine Pigeon's gonna start some shit in here, right? In the generator, it's like that's a good enough reason. This is like
The lights flicker.
flicker. It's like just come in there aggressive, just point out that scientist,
Mhm.
get the fire on them, and then maybe we
yeah,
can do what
just-
we need to.
Blame the lights flickering on some
Mhm.
sabotage, of theirs. Like,
Hmm.
yeah, excellent.
Reign of truth and
I,
that, I guess.
I love how you think things are just going to flicker.
No,
Sweet.
you know what? The bigger and
Yeah,
dangerous, the
the
more.
flicker.
I
the
thought you were
more
gonna flick a light
real
switch.
it's gonna feel real. It's gonna be
This
real.
is gonna sound so weird. I'm with Pigeon on this one. I think we can do something more dramatic to shut
That
things
would-
down.
For sure.
Yeah.
Well, how about we wait to walk in until after they have done their thing? Like that would be
Yes.
what prompts us to go in. So,
Mhm.
all right. So we are gonna just kind of hang out in the rain. Or
Okay.
underneath the awning, preferably.
Fun,
if
it's a
there is
smoke
one.
break.
Yeah,
Bad guy
there we go.
smoke break.
We
I've
can look
got
busy.
cigarettes on me.
Yeah.
All evil spies smoke.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, you go around the corner. There's one of those little smoking shelters. There's a there's a guard there. It's just like, what's up? Just ignores you.
Yeah. I'll bum a smoke off of them, and then walk back over to our little circle and just try and make small talk about South Korea or something.
Yeah, okay.
So yeah,
Just
South
look busy.
Korea.
Look busy. Just look busy.
So
Am I right?
Soju, how about it? That stuff gets you fucked up.
I've only got bad soju stories.
nobody has a good soju story.
Nah.
Okay.
We can have fun.
What is Saint Crane doing? We will
I'd
get to Pigeon's explosive exploits in a moment.
She's keeping an eye on Pigeon as he walks away. Are there any windows in the office building that I could sort of like scope out what's going on in the office building and who's there?
Let's peep this little thing we've got going on. The office building. Yeah, okay, so the first floor, the ground floor, because that's how it's properly. It's ground floor, first floor, you damn Americans. You look in the ground floor and you can see that there's a very large, clean, open, orderly reception. There's a security guard sitting with a bank of CCTV monitors. He's kind of looking with interest at the smoking area in one of the monitors, but doesn't seem to be reacting to it yet. You can see that there are 2 bathroom doors in here. And there appears to be like a general storage room and a conference room.
Right. I have a taser. How many people are in the office? Just the security guard?
Just a security guard, from what you can see.
All right.
Would you like a hand? I haven't left yet.
Oh,
It's
no,
just behind you.
Maybe as a secondary measure, just in case. But
Need to incapacitate the guard.
I need him gone.
Okay.
She's very like, damn it.
Just this simple okay as he starts grabbing the chemical weapon.
No.
And
Okay, we can
going
no.
no. Just looking at the security guard post the CCTV. Is that an enclosed space?
No, it's kind of like one of those, desks with a bunch of monitors on it.
Yeah, I need.
Okay,
I need
so
in
it's
there.
not
We're not gonna
enclosed.
like contaminate the space. I need to be able to sit down and not burn my
Okay.
face off.
That's fine.
Well, all right. so
They
how about this?
no. It's fine. You go off and do your thing. I will have a nice talk with this gentle Japanese man. We can talk about tea and things. And if something goes wrong, don't worry. I'll take care of it. And just opens the door and just walks casually in.
St. Crane's just like, all right.
The man is clearly very confused as you enter, and he stands up. He puts a hand to his belt where you can see he has a taser, but he has one hand out, and he's saying in Japanese, like, stop.
And in fluent Japanese. No. I understand. New. And no. I secured boat for the 2 that came by. New
Okay.
here. I am meant to come in for orientation, get key card while all the hubbub's about. So if you could help me get the key card that's supposed to be here, so I can get access to the offices that I need to do work while they do the thing, the weird thing.
Okay.
The thing, the weird thing.
You know the thing with the thing.
It's classified. It's not my pay grade.
No. Yeah, it's totally above. Like,
All right. I would like you to make me a persuasion test, which is with your charisma.
this will be delightful.
Is there any way for me to attempt to come into this room while Pigeon's
Sure.
conversing with this guy?
20.
It's a 20.
Damn. Nice.
Fuck.
You feel a rapport.
There's a warmth.
But I would like to, while he's sort of speaking to this guy, presumably distracting him a bit, I'd like to see if I can also kind of
just like
hug around. And get...
Roll me a stealth test.
Sure.
You like tasers? I like tasers.
St. Crane has her taser accessible, if not out. Nope, 9.
9.
There's those dice rolls I'm used to.
Shame.
So,
Yeah.
as Pigeon is convincing this guy, and this guy seems to be buying the story. He's like, oh, okay, yeah, sure, weird time of the night, but they work all hours here, it's fine. I don't have your key card right here, but I can always call someone. And he's like going back to his desk and he's getting ready to do it, and then he spots St. Crane creeping in on the wall, and he immediately shouts, "Stop, who are you? What are you doing here?" And he looks between the two of you.
I immediately swing around. Who the and in Japanese still, who the hell are you? Just looking at you like run. As I am quite quickly and quietly just grabbing my taser, like slowly moving it. So I'm going to, as he obviously is going to come past me, just zot him.
Okay, roll that attack on this poor sweet security guard.
Of course, it's up to a roll. Jeez. This is his weakness.
Come on, Pope.
9.
Oh no.
It's because it's non-lethal.
9's a new number.
Because it's non-lethal. Because I was trying to be nice. I'm not allowed to be nice.
You're trying to be quiet.
So that was an attack roll for the taser or a stealth roll?
No, that was
an attack roll for the taser.
Attack roll for the taser. I'm not allowed to be nice.
I'd also, I have my taser out. If I see Pigeon miss, I'd like to also shoot.
Well, what's going to happen is we're going to go into initiative, and this is going to become a thing.
Taser fight.
So let me just get the rules up, because if I remember correctly, combat in the spy game runs a little bit differently than how we're used to with 5e. So let me just grab that real quick. Where is it? Infiltration and combat. Initiative. Okay. Initiative, that's the same as always. So that is a d20 plus your dex. Let me roll one for the security guard. Oh, good job, my lad. Okay.
I was on my heels.
Okay.
Oh no.
So, what did you get, Angela?
An 8.
An 8 for St. Crane. Pope.
13.
13 for Pigeon. And at the top of the round is our good security card. God. Nope, that's a Q. That's not a G. Okay.
But I'm an expert in information security. I should be good at this, right? That's what that means.
So, combat starts with the initiative phase. Any character that doesn't notice a threat is surprised at the start of the initiative phase. However,
everybody,
nobody is surprised.
Everybody.
Next round begins with the highest character in the initiative, which is our security guard. Characters take turn in initiative order. That's how it works. On your turn, you can move up to your move distance and take one action. You can always decide whether to move first or take your action first and move after. Your most common actions are described in your actions in combat section, while you may have some things granted to you from your classes. You get bonus action, as with 5e. Reactions, that works normally. You can break up your movement. Where's my actions in combat? Alright, here we go. Oh. We have attack, dash, designate a target. But that's not relevant to us right now. Disengage, dodge, help, and hide. Ready, reload, search, second wind. Okay. My security guard is going to turn around to Pigeon, who tried to zap him. And he's going to try and zap him right back with his own taser.
Taser fight!
Taser fight.
Taser fight.
You just end up with like 3 people convulsing on the floor. It's like everybody just hit each other.
It's just a ring of people zapping each other and filling each other with an electricity. Okay, so this is going to be 1d20 and +2 to hit. So that's going to be a 19 to hit you, Pigeon. Okay, you will take 1d6 damage, which is 2. You take a whole 2 damage as this guard spins around and zaps you with his own taser.
Okay.
Oh no, this poor guy, he's so dead. And that is gonna be his turn, I believe. Oh, wait. No, he doesn't have another weapon. That would be dope, though, if he did. So no, that's it. Okay, so he turns and he zaps you with his own taser. It is now your turn.
Okay.
Be over before it's
in Japanese I just go, I'm so sorry. And just
It's just he just has a gomenasai gozaimasu and she just fucking kills him.
I am going to because this needs to happen quickly. This is going to go loud. Pull gun, just immediately go like right up to him, muzzle to chest, and just fire.
Oh, okay. So that is an attack. Now, when you're firing into melee, is there any sort of penalty to that? Or is it like... I'd imagine there's some sort of difference to your roll here, right?
If I was using a rifle, yes.
Gotcha.
I'm
But
using
with
a pistol.
Gotcha.
I don't believe there is.
All right. So let's
Oh,
have that.
disadvantage is what they're saying.
Disadvantage. Thought so.
Okay. All right. Well, it's not like I was going to hit anyway, so we might as well just make this
Hey,
a mess.
you never know, Pope. You never know. Have some faith.
Faith, never heard of her.
Not really into her music. So. All right.
There's
Okay.
that 20.
Oh.
All right.
That's probably going to go away in a second.
Oh, yeah.
Please don't. Be nice. Be nice. Roll 20. Come on. Be nice. There we go.
21.
Not terrible.
21. That's enough to hit. So let's
Okay.
have that damage.
Hell yeah. Finally. I'm just
I was expecting a nat 1 then, a nat 20 in that one. That would have been juicy.
That would have been screenshot.
Yeah.
That would have been Pope, like, just quitting then and there. Like, nope, that's it.
No, that would be vindication.
Screw the Burb Squad. I'm out of here.
I'm
I'm gonna
done.
go back to being a postal worker.
Okay.
He takes 5.
Takes 5. Ooh. Ooh. He is not looking great, as you wouldn't if you were just shot in the chest at very close range. And his eyes look very confused and in a lot of pain as he looks at you, Pigeon. Which will...
And just... That's the problem. Your security.
He says to you in Japanese, I have a wife and a child. Let me live. And it is your turn, Saint Crane.
St. Crane just sees this happen and just goes, sorry, Jesus. And in just a pure panic reaction, just runs towards the security desk to shut everything off. Like, I don't want comms. I don't want, like, cameras can stay on so I can see things, but I want to cut whatever I can
feeds.
off.
Okay. So we will make this a infotech roll.
Okay.
As you are trying to hurriedly just shut everything down.
Damn it. Yeah, that's an 8.
An 8. Okay. You managed to like shut some of the stuff down, but if you want to completely close everything, this is going to be like at least another round's worth to do.
Okay. That's fine.
Because this is all in Japanese as well. Although you can speak the language, it's still an extra step of
Having to think about it a little bit.
Yeah. So it slowed you down just a little bit. So that was like your movement, that was your action to get there.
I mean, only thing I really have that would be a bonus action would be using my quick scan tool, maybe on the security system, just to check and see if there was any firewalls. But we're in this. This is not. There's no stealth anymore.
Happening, yeah.
So yeah, all right. I'm good. I'm good.
Okay. It is now the security guard's turn, who is going to try and push himself away from Pigeon and bolt for the door, which would give you a reaction, Pigeon.
Just going to, as soon as he gets close, it's trigger's already on the figure. It's
all right. Roll me
another
that
shot
attack.
center mass.
Let's see what we get.
14.
A 14. That is enough to do it. Roll me some damage.
4.
4. That is exactly what you needed to put him down. So as he begins to run away, he's almost at the door. It's that sort of movie, you know, he's got his hand on the handle. He's pulling it open as you blast that second shot, and his face just on the glass, and he slides down, still bleeding on the ground.
Holster the gun, and then immediately go over, grab whatever key cards on him.
Mm-hmm.
I'm heading to the generator. And just stepping over the body on his way out, casually walking away.
Have fun. And she puts her taser unshot on the desk next to her as she continues trying to work.
Okay.
Jesus Christ. Just keeps working.
Okay, so I'll say we're out of initiative order now, and you're continuing to try and shut down all of these cameras and feeds, but trying to keep a few up so you can monitor what's happening. So I don't need you to make another roll for this. Like with your roll,
Okay.
It was good enough to do it. It's just going to take you a little bit longer.
Sure.
What else are you hoping to achieve here with these systems?
So I want to make, like, I want to see if I can disrupt any sort of comms so that they can't communicate between buildings.
Mm-hmm.
I want to keep an eye on what's actually going on in each building. So, like, ideally, if I can give Pigeon a heads up about what that space looks like before he goes towards the generator, that would be helpful.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to get on comms and let Swallow and Magpie know in general vagaries that I've got control of the security system and that Pigeon's en route to the generator.
So from these office buildings, you can you hack into the systems, and you don't really find anything extremely sensitive in here in terms of information. You get a layout of the facility, stuff that employees would know, so like a little map of where the buildings are, Like, what time is lunch? It's Taco Tuesday, that kind of information. And you can, you see, you have control of the CCTV systems now, so you can see inside the generator building, and you can see the outside areas of the whole facility. You will be able to see that after the gunshots, the guard that was patrolling around the generator is now on his way to the office facility to investigate. And you see Pigeon head out of the door as the guard is about to intercept him.
Pigeon, you got another friend on the way. Guard
All
up.
right, let's see if I can just lose him as opposed to having to murder anyone else today.
Oh, so you only kill people when they're in front of me?
I kill them when they're in the way.
She just keeps working.
I'm just gonna look over to Swallow and go, well, it sounds like things are going nicely. Smoking a cigarette, still hanging outside, I imagine, just waiting for the generator to get shut down.
So you two are waiting for generator to go as your
Yep.
go.
Yes. It's like,
Okay.
I imagine we'll know soon how well they've done.
I will attempt to stealth by this guy. Just quickly.
Okay.
Just
Make
duck
me a
out of the
stealth
way.
test.
$14.
14. Okay, I'm gonna just roll a general perception for this guy. See if he can spot you. What is +5? Dang. 9. He doesn't see you.
Ooh.
He is way too focused on the gunshots. He's running now, and he's pulled out his little taser, and he's sprinting to it. And he's attempting to make a call on his radio, but he seems to be frustrated as nothing's going through.
Good. Now that he's passed, just again casually, confidently walk up to the generator room, take key card. If there is a key card thing to swipe, or if there's keys, I'm going to need to kill another security guard.
No, I would say just for coolness and techness, there's a key card that you just swipe.
Okay. Just enter the generator room. Is there anybody here?
Okay, let's have a look. No, there is currently nobody inside the generator room. But there is a little mappy doodle that I can give you. So just bear with me 1 second. Generator floor plan. I'll just show it to everybody. That's okay.
Okay.
There we go. It should be in your journal right now.
Yes.
Cool.
Excellent. There usually is over by the Ginny, or it could be in the control room, a main breaker. Big switch.
Okay.
Can I just throw one off?
Let's have a look. So, I'll just read you the little description as it says in the book, because that's what we're doing right here. The actual generator is comprised of a main warehouse that contains the generators and the large cooling tower. Access is restricted by a swipe card system, which you've already done. And that is all about the generator in here. So, there is a control room, which I imagine probably has breaker switches in there.
All right, just casually walk on in, look for the big red button or the big red switch.
So just to make this a little bit cooler, let's have a mechanics roll to see how quickly you divine where it is and which the main important ones are.
$13.
13. Okay, so you take a look around. You see the typical movie Soviet era big desk with all the buttons on it and the little monitors that are 30-year-old, but they've got high tech on them. And you do find what appears to be a sort of master override switch that would shut the generator down.
Just flick the switch.
and the whole thing goes. Woo.
Cool. Break the switch.
How do you break this switch?
The wonderful thing about karambits is it gives you, with that hook, just so much leverage to pop little fiddly things. So just pull knife and pop.
Okay, so you just
I have a souvenir.
You literally just pop out the thing. And it's funny, like such an important thing is just undone by one tiny little piece of metal, a piece of plastic, as you just pop out that switch. And there is now a hole where the big on button was. And the facility, you see this everywhere. In St. Crane, your monitors just go dead. And everywhere outside goes dark. And you can hear Swallow and Magpie sounds of confusion from inside as the lab has suddenly gone dark too.
For a split second, St. Crane's like, son of a bitch. Wait, no, I wanted it to go out. There's just that impulse of, God damn it, power outage.
Oh, I know, right? Those are the worst always.
Angela's also experiencing that, coming down from that. When the power goes out, St. Crane's like, well, my job's done here, and is going to start leaving the office building and looking out for the guard. I'm just gonna kind of like be in the doorway, waiting for a good opportunity to exit the building, either in fleeing or if I need to go to the mining building.
Okay, so are you gonna like hide here until the guard investigates, or are you waiting for
I want to try to keep as much distance between myself and the guard as possible. So if I see where he's going, I might like go to the other side of the building.
Okay,
just kind of trying to avoid being anywhere near him that I need to hide from a very close inspection.
Okay, roll me a stealth test. Okay. And we'll do it with advantage because it's dark right now.
Nice. I put my hood up.
Like arrow
16.
or something.
16. Okay. So you wearing your tactical I don't want to be seen gear, which is a flat cap, sunglasses, and a hoodie, as we all know. That we can see in the Avengers.
That's what you do. It's that non-suspicious look.
Yeah, the very inconspicuous, not at all someone hiding look. And you disappear into the darkness as this guard sort of comes near the building. You see he's pulled out a torch and he's kind of flashing around.
Please don't see the watercolor. Please don't see the watercolor on the window.
And he it takes him a couple of seconds. Let's see if he spots the man jam on the door. Man jam?
Not the door jam. Man jam on the door. Oh man.
Someone clip that.
The worst part is when you look at his name tag, it was actually Welch's.
If in the UK his name was Robinson. Okay. Okay, with a 15, he does spot it and he is alarmed. A Metal Gear Solid-esque exclamation mark pops up over his head as he's like, huh? And he approaches.
I did hopefully futz with the communication or the
yeah, you can see him like he's going help, 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 but nothing is. He's not getting a response.
Okay, and I just I go on comms that the Pigeon's handiwork's been spotted. You might have some incoming in one of the buildings with an alarm getting raised, but it'll take a second because the comms are down, so act fast.
Okay, and we will now cut to Swallow and Magpie. You've received this comm from St. Crane.
All right, showtime. Let's do it.
Showtime. All right, and I will let her lead the way because I'm supposed to be her subordinate. So.
Yeah. So, angry walk to the quickly up to the southern entrance, the first guard. As we go up, I'm gonna put like out of sight. I'm just gonna leave Tetley outside, like hidden away.
Like
and just
your guard robot.
Yeah,
tuck him behind the bench we were smoking
Yeah,
cigarettes
just
on or
like
something.
if things go bad, Tetley's coming in. But like,
It's the ashtray. No one will question it.
so yeah,
It's dark.
I'm yes, I'm just gonna go up to the door and just kind of like just kind of confidently just like bang on it like now.
The whole time I'm just kind of like the nervous assistant
Mhm.
kind of vibe.
Okay, so I would like you to roll me a deception check, please.
Okay, decently okay at this.
Can I provide advantage since
please,
I'm
God.
assisting sort of off to the side?
I would
with
say
the whole
because you're a face
Mhm.
and this is like your whole job, then I would you lend
You coach.
assistance.
You're kind of coach.
Just stay. Keep calm. Keep calm.
Mm-hmm. All right, so advantage. Okay, let's do this.
Give him your mean face.
No, let's. There's nothing but the mean face. Just again. Ooh, 19.
19.
Sweet.
Okay. The guard that sort of approaches as you sort of bang on this door. Are you doing this on the main door to get into the
Yeah,
magic
whatever the main door would have been.
Yeah, so I imagine because the power's gone down, the keycard system doesn't work, so it doesn't open from the outside. There's like a manual override inside, and as you bang on the door, a guard comes up, and he looks quite perturbed, as he can, as far as he's aware, you're the boss. You're, and he's like, oh, and he opens the door to you. He's wearing a lot of so like tactical gear, like he's got like a dark uniform on. He has what appears to be a stab vest, and he's holding a submachine gun where it's kind of like strapped to him, so you know he has one available. As he opens the door and apologizes profusely that you have been locked out, and he says that the trying to get a hold of someone to find out what happened, but the comms also appear to be down.
I'm just gonna brush him off and just point at the near sign. It's like that one. Take him.
Oh shit. Okay. This is gonna be another check, another deception check, as
Okay,
this is
we're gonna do
quite
this.
the gambit.
Yeah. Please. 15.
15. Okay, I'm gonna roll for him to see if he has got enough wherewithal to see
Just trying to
through
get
this.
advantage on the second roll as well as the
Yes,
first
because
one?
you're
Okay.
with
Okay.
You've been coaching.
Okay,
him.
oof.
With 15
Okay.
still.
I mean, that's 11's
Yeah,
okay.
Sorry.
11's okay. Nope, that's good. Need it.
Oh, okay. That is like a 6 total. So he.
Oh my god. Oh, that could have been anything. It could have been like. Oh, he rolled a 20. He knows everything. He knows.
He looks very confused and waits a moment before it like sinks in, like, and he questions, is it like, did they do it?
His team. He let them in. Find out what he is. You and him. Take him to the offices. Interrogate him. See what they know.
And all of my assistance is nonverbal because I do not speak Japanese, so I'm just like.
It's very vigorous nodding and
Yeah,
head bobbing. in
That's
the
all I
back.
can do.
Okay, so he takes another guard, and he takes they take this scientist, and they frog march them out towards the office buildings, and this scientist is protesting their innocence the entire time, very confused. They don't fight, they sort of shrug off the arms that are, you know, they've got them under each arm, but you have now removed 2 guards and 1 scientist from this facility.
Okay.
That leaves how many scientists?
One scientist.
1 more scientist, and how many guards? Are there?
1 guard, I think.
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna wait until we can have a quiet conversation between ourselves very briefly. I'm gonna say, I could probably distract the other scientist, act like I'm another doctor coming in, another hired expert or something, because it's more likely that they would determine that your disguise is just in fact a disguise as opposed to my own. So
Yes, anything that helps us.
All right, so I'm just gonna kind of split off and act like I'm sort of coming from another direction to go and sort of start talking to the scientist and checking out, like, their research or whatever as a sort of distraction.
Okay.
To try and keep their eyes from falling on Shauna's character, because I know for a fact that they're gonna know that that's not their boss, probably.
Given like without the massive distraction we provided.
Yeah.
For sure. I do need you to make me a deception check.
Okay, I'll make a deception check, and then during the process, I also want to try. And can I do befriend first to try? That way, I could try and get a +2 to my deception check.
He may be
Sure, let's
susceptible
try.
because we just took off his other friend from it.
Yeah. So they have to make a charisma saving throw, or to avoid it, basically.
Okay. Let me have a look.
Just come in all friendly, like, oh yes, it was a very well organized office here.
And they immediately distrust you because you're a British person in a spy movie.
Oh
So,
no.
Oh no.
You're doing a British voice in a spy movie. Oh.
Oh no.
Shit. All right. Well, I just don't get a +2 is all. That's all that means.
Okay.
So, all right. So I'm gonna go ahead and make the deception. Ooh, it's still a +5 though. That's pretty
Oh,
sweet.
nailed it. Let's go.
Eh.
So a 16. Okay.
Can I? Could
That
I
was
have
an 11.
Oh, an 11.
Yeah, I have my bonuses programmed
Oh,
in.
gotcha. What's that, Shauna?
Could I assisted him? Or
I-
that's not my specialty. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not your specialty here, and because he's trying to distract them from you.
Oh, that's
they
right,
don't
yes.
pay too much attention to you. It would be a bit counterintuitive. Okay. So with an 11, the scientist, is a woman, a Japanese woman, and she is very suspicious of you, and she's not very good at hiding it, as she is clearly not taken by whatever you're saying to her.
Oh, ma'am. Nothing to worry about here. I was just recently hired on. I'm just here to help oversee the project. Hired on personally by Jijin herself.
Okay, she just turns to work at a console. She's trying to get like a local little power source going, a little local override, and to try and get some power to whatever she wants working. She has her back to you right now as she does so.
Alright, I'm about to strangle her.
Oh, jeez.
Garrote, string.
Yep.
Not like kill. Come on, guys.
I mean,
Not like BTK over here.
Just want to gently garrote her. Just, non-lethal garrote, dude.
Yeah. For real.
Ooh.
I just get a free grapple from it's all.
grinding that won't get you evil points. That's all we're on.
Ooh, good. Awful Lord.
What
God.
did you
An
roll?
8 total.
An 8.
I'm so bad with this string. I'm like,
So,
come here.
What happens as this lady turns and she's like trying to get about her work, she's like, you're weird, don't trust you, but you pull out your bolo tie, which is now your new garrote, you wind it around your hands, and you're
Yeah.
about to lift it over her head and pull when one of the two guards, which are currently watching
Wait,
you,
there's-
which you had completely forgotten about, raise their
Oops.
guns and say, hey, what the fuck are you doing? And it is initiative time.
Wait, is there one guard or there's two guards?
There's two guards up here.
Oh no.
I wasn't looking at the map when I made this decision. Anyway, that's cool.
Okay, so let's have some initiative.
Shame.
Cool. It's okay.
Oh boy.
It'll be okay. It'll be
Oh
okay.
boy.
Forget my initiative.
Gross.
Dual
Um,
bot almost as
24. I do go first.
thank
Awesome.
God.
That is a. Okay, Leland, what'd you get?
A 24 total.
24. Hot damn. And Shauna?
7.
7. Okay, what is your dex mod?
2.
Mine.
Okay.
Oh, never mind.
Oh wait, sorry, mate. Yeah, Dex not 2. Yeah.
And then it is swallow. Okay. So, Magpie, you are at the top of the round, so we have to determine whether there is a surprise round. Now, I'm going to say, because you completely forgot the guards were there, they have a surprise round on you.
Of course they do. Of course.
So let me just get to surprise round, and then we can just make sure we're doing it properly, because we are testing this right now. So if the combat starts with the initiative phase, any character that doesn't notice a threat is surprised at the start of the initiative phase. If you're surprised, you can't move or take an action on your first turn of combat, known as a surprise round, and you can't take a reaction until that round ends. A member of a group can be surprised even if the other members aren't.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna completely just sort of be in shock, really, at the fact that I've guns trained on me. But I'm trying to, basically all the lies are running through my head, and I keep and none of them are good.
Okay, so I'm gonna say the guards have the surprise round, and Magpie and Swallow, you don't, because you're busy doing other things. Okay, so luckily for you, these guards are not immediately shoot to kill. Even though they saw you pull out a garrote and try to kill a scientist, they believe in more pacifism than that. They're better people than that. So this guard is going to come up to you and is going to attempt to grapple you.
This is a workplace squabble that's happened in front of them.
I'm really impressed with HR. They trained their employees very well here.
I swear to you, I saw a fly on her head.
You just
had to strangle
scream.
it.
You just scream, I know you took my lunch. I know you took my lunch.
That was the last yogurt.
It was you, Deborah. Okay.
That was the expensive yogurt.
I need you to make me a athletics or acrobatics check, Magpie.
Okay, so this is an okay. So it's not a dex save. This is a save. Okay, skill check. Okay, all right. So I will do acrobatics for sure. 19 total.
19 total. Okay, with the modifier for this guy, it's a 21. So he has you grappled, and he holds you. He's got you in like a chokehold that immobilizes your arms. So he gets his arms up under your arms. So you're kind of like this, as he has the back of your head pushed down and your arms out to the side, as he's holding you.
This is not very gentlemanly.
And the second guard is just gonna come up and punch you in the face.
Yeah, that's cool. It's reasonable.
You can. You seem to be a threat, and you are being stopped to be a threat. Okay, so this is going to be d20 plus 3 to hit. That's going to be 8. So I don't think an 8's going to hit you.
No. Even, well, yeah, there's no. Yeah, no, I have a 15 AC.
Okay, so he tries to like come up and just like gut punch you to like knock the wind out of you, but he just doesn't manage to get that good connection. He does like kind of hit you, but it doesn't do the effect of like winding you or anything like that. It's just a punch to the stomach. Okay, which will bring us back to the top of the round after our surprise round, which has you, Magpie. So you are grappled, which means that you can't move. But you do have your attack action and bonus action available to you.
Okay. Yeah, can I try to? I'm still sort of new to grappling in 5e. Is it possible for me to
break
switch? No, well, not break the grapple, but reverse the grapple to where I'm in control of the grapple?
You would have to first break it and then grapple again, so it would be 2 turns to do that.
Okay, got you. All right, so I can't attack. Okay. Well, I mean, I'll have some garrote string, and so I'm going to just attempt to break the grapple, yeah. And that is just an attack roll, or how's it?
Yes. No, sorry. To break the grapple, it's another athletics or acrobatics check.
Okay. All right, 24.
Nice, holy.
20.
That crit.
Shit. Okay, let's have a look. Let's see if he can maintain it. Let me have a look. No! Okay, so you managed to break the grapple.
Okay, and then I want to flee. I'll take whatever attacks of opportunity or whatever happens. I just want to get the hell out of there.
Okay, so you're gonna run?
Definitely.
Alright, so both of them will get a reaction to hit you. So they're gonna
fine.
both swing for you as you escape.
Okay.
That is gonna be a 16 to hit on the first one.
That one hits.
and a 15 on the second.
Damn it, both hit.
Both hit? Okay, so you will take 4 points of bludgeoning damage in total as you feel these fists just connect with you as you try and run.
Okay, I am still up. Doing pretty good, actually. All right.
Okay, so as you're running, guard 1 is now... You're clearly a hostile threat. He drops to one knee, pulls up the submachine gun, and he's gonna just fire at your legs.
Okay. I want to take cover as soon as I can on my next turn.
Okay, so this is his turn, which is a... It's gonna be a 19 to hit.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
And that's 11 points of damage
Jeez.
as there's a short round of submachine gun fire that just shoots you in the butt.
Oh no. Oh my. I'm just like scrambling to get the hell out of there at that point. Bullet in my ass. Cool.
Okay, and is now the second guard's turn, who is going to start shouting at you in Japanese. She is demanding that you halt, that you stop, or they will kill you. And she's going to use her turn to try to intimidate you. But with a 2, don't think that's going to do it.
I don't speak Japanese, so I just shrug it off.
Okay, Shauna, it is Swallow's turn. Submachine guns have been fired. Magpie is looking a little bit like Swiss cheese right now.
My option is to double down on whatever I'm doing and pretend to be.
Doing
But-
something else?
But no. Well, I'm gonna try and pretend like I'm looking through the system.
Uh-huh.
But I'm gonna take out my tablet and I'm gonna have Tetley. Sweet Tetley.
My boy.
Hit that
Okay.
guard. Try and dart that guard.
Okay, which guard? The one that's
The one with
shouting
the
or
guns out. Guns out. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. He has to make a. I think it's a con save.
Con save? Okay, let's have a look. No.
He had to make a 20, so he is knocked out for 3 minutes.
Dang. Okay. So, as this guard is dropped down on one knee, he's got the submachine gun. He's done that burst of fire at the Magpie. His aim is still on Magpie, as Magpie is kind of like limping away, and he doesn't see the tiny, tiny evil death bot that is Tetley sneak out of the shadows with his little Roomba wheels and blast a dart right into his neck. And there's a little confusion of as he like pulls the dart out of his neck and looks at it before he goes, ugh, and drops down to the ground.
Vacuum noise.
little bristles cleaning the floor. Okay, so he's out for how long? Sorry, Shauna?
3
He's
minutes.
Do I
self-cleaning
notice
assassin.
that happens? Do I notice Tetley do
I guess
that?
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna say, oh, thank you. You literally saved my ass.
a little Tetley bot plays a little little chiptune version of Sakura Sakura to himself. Okay.
And then the knife comes out. No, it doesn't have a knife.
What have you got, Tetley? A knife!
No!
Okay. So, Swallow, that was your turn. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
Just act startled because this is my only play. I'm like, I have no recourse of escape here.
Excellent. Okay. So, next up, top of the round, we're back to Magpie. You have just been shot to shit. Tetley bot has saved your ass. What would you like to do?
I am going to use my movement action to take cover of some sort. And I'm gonna fire back onto the other security guard
Okay.
with my machine pistol. I'm just gonna fire a singular round. I'm not gonna do auto fire.
Okay, so roll that attack for me, please.
22 to hit.
22? Yeah, that'll do it.
That'll be... All right, so let me switch this to a D8. And I'm not proficient with this. So this actually should do only a D8 plus 3 damage. I rolled a D8 plus 5 earlier. I apologize. So 7 damage total.
Sorry, my Ratman voice yesterday is rearing its ugly head, taking its toll.
Man.
Okay.
I'm gonna be a goblin every Wednesday night for the next foreseeable future, so I feel your pain.
Oh boy. Have lozenges ready. Get throat
Yeah,
coat. Do
tons
yourself
of
a
'em.
favor. How much damage was that, sorry, total?
7.
7. Fuck. Okay, we are down 2. Alright. So this this guard takes a shot in the shoulder and their arm is flung back and they cry out in pain as they bring up their gun once more and they aim at Tetley.
Oh, how dare.
What?
My boy.
I'm sorry.
I
Go
go
on,
This,
full
auto mode
this
if they
feels
hurt Tetley.
horrible. I don't like this.
It makes eyes. It makes these little robot beady eyes.
If this is a natural 20, I'm ending the stream now and I'm gonna quit Black Cats Gaming.
We're just gonna spend the rest of the session
goodness.
giving a funeral.
You
to
just had a
Sally.
5% chance to quit Black Cats Gaming. Once you know you gave it.
Okay, that is a 16 to hit.
Oh,
Tetley.
Tetley.
Did it hit him?
It hit Tetley. Yep.
Okay. 1d10 damage. That's 9 points of damage.
I think Netley's gone. Tetley's gone, I think. Tetley doesn't have that much. Tetley's a Roomba, basically.
You can fix him. It's fine.
Yeah, I'm
No, no.
You did this.
Gonna be
One's guilty here, but you.
Little-
Shame.
little like.
Shame.
I mean, I tried to strangle a woman, and then I shot another woman. I don't even feel as bad as you,
But
okay?
we're mourning the room.
It makes
That's
like
not
electronic.
you.
It makes a like electronic droning sound that just kind of like peters off at the high pitch.
The Sakura just kind of.
Again,
Well, it's a good
Tetley
thing
was
we
the
didn't-
best of us.
No, it's a good thing we didn't put the nerve gas in Tetley. That's
You
good.
just hear a very soft sorry. Ya yo no sora wa. As he powers
So
down.
sad.
Okay.
Just like that. First we kill the cat, then the robot.
Okay. um, I'm a monster. So at this point, it's Swallow's turn once again.
Kill my robot.
I killed a robot.
All right, this lady's going down. She's all right. Swallow's mad. She's gonna grab the submachine gun that this other guard, the conscious guard,
Okay, yeah.
drop. And I'm gonna shoot. I'm just gonna auto fire.
Would
Okay.
you say that? Would you say that Swallow goes into a barbarian rage? I would.
I mean, she's mad. But she has like she's
Oh,
a lady.
roll that attack for me, please, Shauna.
Okay. I did not. Oh boy.
That-
I'm
that ain't
just
it,
saying.
Chief.
They ain't hit nothing.
Okay, so you pick up the submachine gun. You are unfamiliar with how this particular gun works, and
Yeah.
you accidentally like shoot the ground around them.
Mhm.
You do what I do in video games, where you shoot around the person, and you don't shoot the person. Okay, it is at this point that I will allow Pigeon and Saint Crane to enter the scene if they should wish to.
Okay.
You don't have
I-
to, like, you could be doing other things. It's just I don't want you guys to just be sat there for like
Yeah.
ages. And
I
stuff.
mean, I assume I hear a little shouting.
There's
Just
gunfire.
like,
There's gunfire happening.
By this point, I've turned the comm on anyway for you guys. It's wide
Yeah.
open.
Oh my God! They killed Tetley.
You just hear like
the
Tetley.
comms come on as you hear him very sadly power down.
You just hear Tetley like, oh my god, Tetley in like Korean. That's all you hear.
I'll poke my head in, just to kind of get a lay of the land of what's going on. But I will be staying in the back.
Okay, you can see now that you see there's one guard clearly unconscious on the ground. There's what remains of Tetley not too far away. Magpie is sort of limping towards you, full of bullet holes. And there's another guard there with a machine gun out ready, with Swallow also with a machine gun. Things clearly have escalated. You know that one bit from Community where Troy comes back with the pizza and like someone's
Everything's on
actually
fire
been
right
shot?
now.
There's some fire.
Tetley would be the troll doll if he wasn't in pieces. Understood. Ooh, I do not have anything to fight a machine gun versus without getting it trained on me first, I imagine. So I'll get on comm and be like, Pigeon, there's a party with your name on it. You want to get over here?
You just hear him open comms, and he's in the midst of singing, "Please allow me to introduce myself. I'm a man of wealth and taste."
And crappy motherfucker. And
While all this hullabaloo is on, I just want to know: is the power station room a secure room, one that doesn't have like open windows?
Yeah.
Excellent. That's where we're going to deploy the chlorine bomb and just shut the door and just walk out of the power station. I'm hearing gunfire, and just before I know how long of a burst usually goes, I'm going to shoot the cooling tower.
Okay.
So if they try and turn things back on, there's no coolant.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I'm not even going to make you roll for that. There's a huge, big cooling tower. If you can't hit that, then you have no business holding a gun.
Just shoot that. Hopefully I hear a nice resounding sound of fluid pouring down.
Glug, glug, glug.
Good. Now just casually, like, going behind the office building, because was clued in that the other guy was dragged to the office building. And so just going from behind the office building, just walking across the courtyard casually, and make my way to the mining lab.
Okie dokie. So we will bring us. So if you want to roll initiative, Pigeon St. Crane, if you want to get involved in this fight, if you don't, that's cool. You can always hang back behind some cover.
At this point, I'd like to kind of assess what's left
9.
to do here in this chaotic situation, just so we have an idea of what direction we're going with this. We're basically just trying to completely stop that bot, right? So we're kind of waiting on Swallow to do some bleep bloop bleep. And...
that's your best guess right now at the minute. Unfortunately, you can't really investigate it too far because you do still have that one guard that is still up.
Oh, for sure.
But it is your turn once again, Magpie.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna shoot at that guard and remain in cover. A 13 total to hit.
A 13. Okay. That is gonna, let me see. That's not gonna do it, unfortunately. It is absorbed by the vest that this guard is wearing. She just takes it in the chest. Wounds her, like it wins her, obviously, because shit sucks.
Alright, well, after the missed shot, I'm gonna roll out of cover into another spot of cover. Like,
yeah, so you're just gonna,
10
like,
feet away.
Yeah. From waist-high cover to other waist-high cover. You're Nathan Drake in this. Okay. Guard 1 is currently unconscious, which will bring us to Pigeon.
It enters the facility because I'm guessing the door was left open, or is the door secure? Okay.
Left open.
Door's left open. Excellent. Comes on in, pistol in hand, just yells out in Korean, in Japanese, "Honey, I'm home." And just surveys the scene.
Uh-huh.
Do I see guards?
You see one unconscious guard. You see one guard that is currently with a machine gun aimed at the remains of Telly.
Oh, that just puts Pigeon into a rage. Um, Tetley was the
Two
best
of
of
us.
us. And just cup and saucer fire and just moving towards just unloading the pistol into
Okay.
this person.
All right, let's have that attack.
I believe in you.
Believe in your murder.
No, I
Nope.
don't believe in you. I'm
Oh,
retracted.
Dang. Okay, so the build-up of you busting into this door, busting out a Tadaima before you shoot at the guard, it's way too cool, and the universe won't let you have it. So you
No.
shoot.
I know this poor horribly maimed woman is actually the protagonist here. We are the bad guys,
You have the
Wow.
stormtroopers.
We have been the bad guys, yeah.
and like the shot definitely hits, but it's that dramatic shot where it gets all of the vest.
Mm-hmm.
And while she has like the definite bruise, and I have the satisfaction of thinking that I've actually hurt her, I've done nothing.
Yeah, and she's like, as she comes back down with the gun ready, which will actually bring us to Saint Crane.
Is there anything there was that battery pack that was being fiddled with before.
Yes.
What is its current status?
It is currently it's next to the scientist who is like
Mhm.
huddling under her console as everything has just gone to shit around her. So it's currently
Okay.
like available.
Yeah, I want to see if I can sprint at that and take it. So
Okay.
that that's not an option anymore.
For sure. Okay. So, I feel like we might need a little, like, let's have a agility. No, sorry, athletics. Maybe as you
Okay.
just run in like whoosh.
That's for some reason St. Crane was like, I can do that. I'm capable of doing that, even though she should have known she wasn't. 12? Not
12?
bad.
Okay, that's not bad. Like, it's not.
Adrenaline pumping. It's
It's
helps.
not like cradled in anyone's arms. You know, it's not like
Mhm.
battened down to anything. It's like a remote, movable battery pack. So it's easy to just go up and you run up, you grab it, but you are now out of cover.
Mm-hmm. I'd like to try to start running back to cover, even if I don't make it. This
Yeah,
turn.
so you start. Yeah, you're not going to quite make it, but with your movement, you can sort of try to get back somewhere where you
Mhm.
have a little bit of cover. Okay, which will bring us to guard number 2, who has been shot by Pigeon but not killed, and she has this look in her eye of how dare you, and she's gonna shoot at Pigeon. Let's have a look. It's gonna be a 17 to hit.
That hits.
Okay, and that is gonna be 8 points of piercing damage as she unloads a burst into you.
And like a thing of nightmares, he barely notices it.
And that's the exact look she has on her face.
You have to remember, sweetheart, I'm mostly scar tissue.
And you hear her say, "Are you the Terminator?" in Japanese.
Yeah. Hi.
Dun, 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 dun. Okay, Swallow, you are up.
I was paying attention to the big, dangerous man, but she's taking her eyes off of the woman in the business suit. So yeah, I'm gonna shoot at her in the back.
Okay.
She shot Tetley.
Get her.
She signed her death warrant.
14.
Of
That's
anyone who has
not
the
gonna
right
do it.
to get
Okay.
enraged.
And then I'm just gonna dive into cover. I'm gonna no. I can't. I can't.
Especially seeing as you're knackered from that side
Yeah.
swipe. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so you duck out of the way. Magpie, it is back to you.
Okie doke. I don't really. Let's see. I would like to. Yeah, honestly, I'm just gonna shoot back at her. This is kind of like a good, just your proverbial firefight scene. So I'm just gonna go ahead. All right, let's see.
Oh, God. Yeah,
20 to hit.
20 will do it.
All right, and 6 damage.
6 damage. Okay. Oh, she's not looking healthy.
That's good.
You can see like she's got that typical movie. She's got a little bit of blood coming out the side of her mouth. Because although she's desperately wounded, she's still got to look sexy because it's a movie. So there's a little bit of blood.
I'm gonna yell out, ma'am, just give up. This job really cannot honestly pay enough for this.
I just love this accent.
I'm so sorry. I feel so nervous using it around you too. Like, Jesus Christ, it's like.
No, it's amazing. But nonetheless, after that shot and she takes the wound, it is Pigeon's turn.
Time to retire you.
I know it is time for you to retire.
All right, let's make that attack.
You're called the HR.
Oh, you're talking about the guard. Never mind. My bad.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Okay, this is apparently I'm not allowed to use one-liners here.
This
That
woman.
angers Eric.
Punishes you. Yeah.
Just angers Eric to no end.
Unfortunately, that is a natural one from Pigeon, who does not manage to make that shot. Okay. But St. Crane, you're up next. So you have this mobile battery. What would you like to do? I imagine finish getting behind cover.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
That would be great.
You sort of duck behind a doorway.
I start looking up airplane flights.
Get me home.
I'd like to assess the area a little bit, just in case there's anything that seems like I'd have anything to help with in terms of dealing with this drone. Like if there's any, I mean, I assume all the power's gone, but I'm just trying to think of if there's anything that I could be either using this battery pack on to futz with it a little bit, or get access to some sort of system that I can corrupt a bit before we leave. Just add insult to injury.
So you can see that there is a sort of main console that looks to be the one that's really in charge of this big mining drone, which is still suspended above this hole. It does look like you could, through a bit of like jury rigging, connect this battery to power it.
Okay. I don't want to get out of cover yet. I'll wait until things, if things settle. But I keep that in mind with the battery pack and stuff, and I start like sort of sifting through my bag, grabbing any cabling or connectors that I might need, and get ready to go.
Yeah, you're ready immediately to just plug in and go. Okay, this has brought us back to God 2, the real hero of this story, and
John McClane of this sordid tale.
Okay, she is gonna, I think she's just gonna try and kill Pigeon. She's just gonna try and end him with a 16? No, 18.
Oh my god.
Okay, and that's gonna be 10 points of damage.
Still standing.
She just screams. She's like, ah! And she's firing at him, and he's not going down. Okay.
Michael Myers.
I know. Which will bring us back to Swallow.
All right, Swallow's got one more, a little bit left in this machine gun. What she's gonna do? She's gonna get back within range and then just kind of like lie on the ground and just try and like get her from underneath like all the desks in there. Like go for the feet.
Okay.
Come on. Gotta be justice for little guy. No.
Nope, nothing.
Wow, she is.
Okay, that's 13 total. That is not going to do it,
That's not gonna
unfortunately.
do it.
No justice for Tetley today.
Mm-mm, not yet. Oh boy. Oh, she's tough.
Okay, I have just... Oh, ammunition attacks value. I need to just double check a thing. To make sure that I have not overshot with my gun before she needs to reload it. Doesn't say here. Just a bummer. So what we'll say, because she hasn't, she's shot a lot and hasn't reloaded yet. That's what she'll do next. Sorry. But next time, next up we have Magpie. Oh, sorry.
I literally was like,
Oh, no.
hold on. My sandwich. All right, no, I definitely need to reload. I've been actually counting my attacks, so I've already shot 4 times with this pistol, so I'm gonna go ahead and spend my action reloading that, and then I'm gonna maintain cover.
Okay, so you just maintain your cover there. Pigeon, you are up.
It's 4 attacks with submachine gun.
4. Okay, so she's
Yeah.
done. I think she's done 4.
I've been hit twice.
You've been hit
so-
twice. Yeah, she killed Tetley on 3 and shot Magpie. So yeah, she's. All right, so it's your turn, Pigeon.
So, coming this, I am going to get just outside of melee range,
Mm-hmm.
closing with this woman, and just go 4 bursts. You're out. And
Pope, you did a line again.
Please! Oh no, the lights! Alright, come on.
Come
It's
on,
gotta be.
Pope.
It's cool. It's
Come
cool.
on.
Come on. Come on.
Come on.
I believe. Oh my.
See, I just
no, I'm seeing this epic tale unfold, and it's just like she is shooting. He's taking sprays, but like this guy just isn't falling down, and every single shot thing ricochet. I think even at this close, it's just shot again, but somehow miraculously it hits the bullet that's already embedded in
Yes.
her vest and just clean right off. I think like a little bit of it ends up like cutting his face as he's just put too accurate of a shot.
Uh-huh.
And it's just these 2 epic foes staring down at each other.
Yeah.
She
like,
has to reload or get into melee, and he's got 3 shots left.
It's like you can Robin Hood an arrow, right? Where it splits the arrow,
Yeah.
but that doesn't work for a bullet. It's ping. Okay. So that was Pigeon's turn. Saint Crane, you are up. You're muted, Angela.
I want to stay where I am. I don't want to go out there until the murder has stopped.
There's a lot of bullets out here.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
Stealing myself is what I'm doing.
Okay. So you deep breaths.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. It is Guard 2's turn, and she has had it. She throws the submachine gun aside, squares up with the fist raised, and she's gonna try and 1-2 Pigeon in the face. Okay, let's see. Unarmed strike. That's gonna be a 20, not natural to hit.
That'll hit.
That's 2 points of damage. Just a bop right.
Is she proficient in unarmed strikes?
No, this is just here what she has on her stat block, and so it's just 2.
Okay, so 2 damage. I think, do melee attacks in close with non-proficiency provoke?
I don't believe so.
I think that's a Pathfinder thing.
Again,
3.5.
learning the systems.
Let me have a look.
Same
Let me
here.
have a look. It's if they move out of range without 5 feet, you don't invoke going in. No, it's not in there as a.
Okay.
And then. Yes, so she's just gonna punch him. Okay, which will bring us to Swallow.
All right, I am.
Justice for Tetley. Justice for Tetley.
All right, I got one shot. I think I have one shot left in this.
Come on, this is perfect. One shot.
All right.
One kill.
Should have kept the gun.
No! Okay.
All right, I'm getting. Well, it's a good thing that the ammo is something because this gun is cursed. It's out. I'm dropping this. I dropped the gun.
Goodbye, curse gun. I had this whole final scene
Yeah,
planned. It was
oh.
all big drama, but we spent so long trying to kill this one guard.
It's one guard.
Okay,
Tetley
so
used to be only true killer.
back to the top of the round, we have Magpie.
I am going to hopefully kill this person with a 21 to hit.
Yay.
Does a 21 hit?
21
I
hits.
assume it does.
Yes.
I see. Okay. All right. 10 damage.
Oh.
10 damage. Okay, is this a shot?
Yes, it's a shot with a freshly loaded. So I just pop the clip in and line up the shot and just.
Okay. Pigeon, as you are just reeling back from this punch straight to your nose, you are coated in blood, brains, and skull as her head just explodes in front of you. Because it's a movie. Even though bullets.
Man, I was prepping to describe that in case you offered it
No,
to
no.
me, and it was going to be nowhere near that brutal. That's
And-
awesome. Though.
and-
It's only half his face.
And then just that face just turns to Magpie, and there's just this grin as he goes, "Oh, congratulations! I'm so proud of you."
Good job.
Remember what I said about the therapist?
Yeah, we should get.
Yes.
Well, we got a drone to disassemble. Wait, but first, one thing left. I'm gonna take out my pistol. I'm gonna shoot this guy on the ground.
Oh,
There we go.
Well, that's resolved.
the
Good, let's get this
scientist
done.
under the console goes,
You will help us.
Yeah,
You'll
tell her
help
if she'll
us
help us.
defuse.
We can let her out.
You have to help us defuse this bomb. And I'll point her at the guards, or else.
and she comes out of the console and she's shaking. Her eyes are huge. She's crying profusely. As
And Crane kind of waves her. Come on, it's fine. Just you can come sit with me.
she comes over to you.
I'm the only good cop in this situation, so I'm sorry.
And
She's
just
not lying.
What do you want?
Well, we want to kind of, break it, and hopefully permanently.
Okay, and I'm not even gonna need you to roll for any sort of coercion here because this woman is
They've done all the
traumatized.
coercion for me.
Yeah, we dragged off her coworker. We killed the two guards. This is.
I have
not
a
good-
question that's very
Uh-huh.
important before we do this, or something we can possibly even do while this is happening.
Mhm.
How much proof do we have that we can lay out into the public to get this place shut down? If we could be gathering that maybe right now, if there's any data
Oh.
or something.
That's fair. I have a clone tool that I can try to copy the system,
Mm-hmm.
get a
Yeah.
copy of all their files.
Yeah, that would be fantastic because if you want to shut it down permanently, we need to let the public know what they were planning.
Yeah. We
Okay,
have-
so I think what we can do is we can combo this into this one check that we're gonna do.
Mhm.
So this scientist gets you into the system. You manage to hook up this mobile battery. You get local power going. With her logins and her access, it turns out, very luckily for you folks, that she was a high clearance on this particular project. She
Mhm.
gets you into the system and gets you into the sort of the main OS for this drone. What we'll do is we'll have an infotech role for about cloning it for your evidence.
All right.
But you will be able to, from here, you're already in, you'll be able to shut it down quite easily, but it's just that matter of collecting that intel.
Yeah, let me double check something real quick. Make sure that I'm looking at this right.
Got a whole
That's
book
not a
over there
scanner
for
tool.
characters.
Yeah, looking through the
Hacker.
manual. Hold on. The clone tool I'm using is not a scanner tool, so I don't get the bonus.
Gotcha.
13.
13. Okay, so you're attempting to clone everything you can find on the system, but unfortunately, it corrupts as you're doing it. You don't manage to get a clear copy.
Alright.
So
Can
it
we
just
pull a drive?
did it corrupt? It corrupted your cloning tool, or did it corrupt their system?
No, just like that sort of
Right,
the file that she was using to gather that intel, that data, just doesn't work. It's shit.
Is there a drive we can just pull?
Hey, do you have a backup, darling?
Is it possible to copy some stuff on this burner phone?
It's like a Nokia 3210.
I've got, and St. Cream pulls out like 5 multiple terabyte flash drives. Like, I don't need the phone. That's good. That's like a toothpick versus a power drill. I don't need that.
Okay,
Thank
I
you.
will let you do another check to see if you can copy it. It's going to be slightly harder to do so.
Is there any way to give advantage?
I'm trying to see if
Not this
That's help.
time. It's no one
Yeah.
else's speciality.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm a jack of all
You
trades,
could give
but
her
no big deal.
supportive
You got it. You can do it.
messages of support, but
Yeah. That's all I got.
I believe
18 this time.
18. Okay.
That's pretty good.
So this time, as you're running it, you see that little bar go up, and it stutters around the last time that it corrupted, and it halts, and it gives you the little spinning wheel of death, and it's going, before the bar completes.
Oh my god. It's
God,
like
I
the
hate
goddamn fishing game in Stardew Valley.
that was like the worst experience ever. Just listening to you take that long to describe it completing.
Yes, good job. You really captured that.
Suspense, yeah.
It's me on Photoshop every time that wheel starts. I'm like,
It's like I'm saving. Come on.
I have crappy internet, so I'm always dealing with those wheels.
Mhm.
okay. So I assume after you've copied everything you want, you just shut it all down. You delete
Mhm.
everything. Make this
Yeah.
drone inoperable.
Yes.
Okay, so you've killed some gods. You've traumatized a young woman. You've disabled the mining drone. Now you just have to get out of here.
I will grab Tetley.
Can you help group you up? We'll put Telly in a
Okay,
bag.
just
In
kind
the
of
box.
drop-
In the
Evidence-
box. In the
I
box.
have evidence bags we can put in.
Yeah. We'll get. It's the core. It's the we need the core. That's all we.
So you pick
You're
up
good, buddy.
Tetley's little AI core and
Yeah.
you hustle out of there. Okay, so as you head out into the facility again, you see a helicopter spiraling up above, and it's just about to touch down. And inside of it, you see the man who was supposed to be dead, and Jijin, who has escaped somehow. Movie magic. As they glare at you from the helicopter, they shake their fists and tell you it's not over before the helicopter takes off once again into the night.
Mhm.
Yes, Pope.
The upside, that's not our fault.
He has
and
a
not our
rocket launcher. You
problem.
forgot Pope's
Nope.
rocket launcher.
No,
Go, do it, do it, do
It's the submachine gun, and just
God,
for old
please.
time's sake, and then just fires at the
Full clip.
helicopter, just burns through the clip.
Okay. Because this is the end, with movie magic, and I like to keep that little suspense, your bullets connect. You do see some smoke start to come out of the back of the helicopter, but nonetheless, they take off into the night. And as you stand there, you get a call from Darwin that says, well, you did a job. It wasn't the job I sent you for, but a job was done. Well done.
Hey, we're not called the Burb Squad for nothing, right, boss?
Bibber dipper.
Freeze frame.
There's a sort of noise. Yeah.
And that is it for the Burp Squad for our little 3-part beta test.
That was awesome.
So that was great. Thank you all so much for doing that. It was my first time running the spy game. had an absolute blast.
Mhm.
I would like to revisit this at some point soon with this gang. So
Con job.
I will keep you folks in the loop with regards to that. But as always, because this is our beta test, any sort of feedback from you guys would be absolutely fantastic and amazing. Feel free to DM me that in the thing or on the Discord or wherever you would like to. I will get that feedback to the big bosses, Sam and James. But if you have been watching this and you thought this was a bunch of fun and you'd like to give it a go yourself, please head over to Drive-Thru RPG with that link right there in chat and grab yourself a copy of the Quick Start. It's absolutely free, costs you not a damn thing, and you can play this very mission that these fine folks played today. Maybe you pull off the mission and you don't kill anybody. Maybe you kill everybody from word go.
Nah, I think it's pretty much gonna run how we ran. I don't know if you could do it better than the way.
I mean, you folks are clearly professionals. You know you had it on lock.
Eric.
Yeah, if your dice work, you will do better by default. So,
But if, much like everybody who has played this game with us, has somehow offended the dice gods and become disaster spies, please do let us know. We have a Discord right here, if I can spell it, with a special spy game channel. Where you can tell us all about your exploits, your agents as you make them, your missions if you're coming up with them. You know, we want to hear about all of it, so let us know. And any feedback, we have a special debrief channel where we will accept any sort of feedback there from our game. Okay, so before we go, we'll go around one last time, say who we are, where you can find us on the internet. So I will start again with the wonderful Leland.
I am Leland, also known as Leopold the Just on most places. I'm a social media consultant for Fantasy Grounds, Zombie Orpheus Entertainment, and another show called Audio Dungeon. One thing I want to plug specifically is on Wednesdays coming up at 9 p.m. Central, I think. Yeah, 9 p.m. Central on Wednesdays. We're going to be playing through a Ghosts of Saltmarsh in a homebrew setting, and we're going to be doing it like sandbox style, which I think is probably the only way you can play Ghosts of Saltmarsh. But whatever, I don't know anything about it, so I'm very excited. I'm going to be a goblin every Wednesday for the next who knows how long, so my voice is going to be very much like Susie's pretty much all the time. So yeah, just look for me there, and if you need a player for your game or you need a social media consultant for your company, just hit me up.
Sweet. Thank you very much for joining us, Leland.
No
I hope
problem.
we see
I loved it.
Magpie real soon.
Yeah, me too. Or at
And-
least whatever version he chooses to be.
And I hope that he does successfully manage to strangle someone because he tried so hard.
I know, one day.
He
One
tried. He'll do it. I believe in him.
Aspirations.
Right. And Shauna, how are you doing today?
God, this is so much fun. I'm glad we all made it out. If we see Tetley again, I want Tetley to have like those creepy Boston Robotics like dog legs.
Yes, those are the wobbly ones that are terrifying. Yeah, those ones.
Yep. But yeah, Shauna Flying Cirrus on Twitter, Instagram, all over the place, where I have art and the games I play throughout the week, including on Mondays, it's on Encounter Roleplay. It's the Crownlands, where me and our lovely GM Susie are a disaster family that raise horses, and I think there's tensions, and there might be murders, who knows?
A murder.
Murders.
Just
Yeah.
saying, some of us already have confirmed kills before the game even starts.
Game of
Some of
Thrones
us
with
do,
murders?
some of
What?
us. I mean, we gotta protect our lovely like little sister, you know.
Sweetheart.
Starter body count. Good
Yep.
job.
And then on same thing after that on Onyx Path, it's Sailed by Streetlight, a Chronicles of Darkness game where we're a bunch of college students who are investigating paranormal activities. We got a little over ahead, and half of us are broken. So
Good.
fun times.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much for joining us, Shauna. It's always a pleasure to play with you. Next up, we have the lovely Pope. Hey, Pope.
Hey everybody, Pope here. Pope World Build on the Twitter, Pope World Build on the Twitch. I lurk in all your streams. If you want to see more of this silly face and 100% less pigeoning, You get a lot of chances throughout the week. You can see me actually later on this evening in 2 hours over on Wandering DM, where we rise to some youthful heroics and masks. Then every other Sunday at 9:30 p.m. Eastern, we get down with the neon in the dreadful beat of DJ Strahd. Monday night, 9 p.m. Eastern, be there for the finale of Us in the Weird West as we confront Jasper Stone in Deadlands, The Road to Desperation.
Ooh.
And then Wednesdays, if you want similar but more serious levels of spy action and worlds at stake and explosions, you can catch over on Tales from the Grim at 6 p.m. Eastern in Watchmen, the Port of the Black Freighter. I want to thank everyone here for this wonderful story, this beautiful cast. Susie, thank you for running us through all this, handling us disaster spies, and for all of you joining us live in chat, watching on the VOD, YouTube. You're just as much a part of the story as we are, and I want to thank you all. Love you. Take care. See you soon.
Oh, Pope, that was lovely. Next up, and last but not least, we have Angela.
Hi, my name is Angela. You can find me at darling_gypsum pretty much everywhere. If underscore doesn't work, use a dash because some social media doesn't let you use it. And I am one of the creators and directors of Nerdsmith, so you can find us at nerdsmith.org, or we are Nerdsmith anywhere on social media. We do a lot of streams. We are currently in between campaigns for Shenanigoons, our D&D stream that we run on Tuesday nights. But on March 3rd, we are starting our season 2, which is going to be a Spelljammer season. So we're going to do cool sci-fi fantasy stuff. If you like Treasure Planet or Sliders is a good example of kind of game we're looking at playing. We're going to be playing a bunch of jerks, which will be very, very fun. And then I think, fingers crossed, next week on Tuesday, I'll be on Susanna Grace's channel, guesting as a bard in the Witcher game that Jason Catrone runs. I'm very excited. And that's pretty much, just find me on Nerdsmith. We do so many shows and stuff. You should just check me out. You'll find me all over the place.
Awesome, we certainly will. As for me, I am Susie, otherwise known as Susanna Grace. I'm a variety streamer who does video games, art streams, and tabletop RPGs. Find me all over the internet at Susanna Grace. I will be next here on this very channel next week for the return of After the Fire. So excited. Season 3, baby. Let's go. I'm in so much trouble, but it's only gonna get worse. I'm gonna cry a lot, I feel like. There's gonna be a lot of tears coming on.
Skip the waterproof mascara and sell it.
Yeah, oh yeah, sell. Big sell. Chuck water in my eyes. But that is our Song of Ice and Fire Game of Thrones campaign, which is set 2 years after the Blackfire Rebellion, and things are not great for us in House Greenmont, but you can always join us for chats about that again on the Discord. And as for me, my personal streams, I will be on Friday on my stream playing Zombie Army 4 with the wonderful Jay Britton voice actor and one of my Purple victims on a Wednesday Spy Hander game on Encounter Roleplay. So tune in for that. And as always, if you haven't already, make sure to follow us on Twitter at Black Cats Gaming. That's not the command. Do we not have a Twitter command? That sucks. We're on Twitter actually at Follow Black Cats. So make sure to follow us on Twitter at twitter.com. I'm gonna type this out like a pleb. /follow Black Cats. There we go. Follow us there on Twitter to be kept up to date with what's going on, and as always in the Discord. But that is it from us for tonight. We will see you next week. Take care, friends, and we will see you very soon. Bye-bye.